Okay. All right, guys. Giants versus Jets. Let's do it. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Excited to watch some Giants football. I got to add. Okay. All right. Hey, Nisha, Anissa, welcome, guys. I'm optimistic. It looks like we are going to see probably all of the starters, obviously outside of the guys who are hurt. So looking forward to, oh no, that's not what I wanted. I just changed the channel. I like rarely ever use Apple TV, and now it's like I don't know how to use this remote. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. As much as I like the Yankees, it's Giants time. Darth Carter is about to get several haircuts on the Giants sideline. I'm excited to see did you guys see the Star Wars celebration between Abdul Carter and what's his name? Jackson Dart last weekend? It goes hard. Also, can't watch a Giants game sober. I have the green tea Surfsides. This is not sponsored. But if I ever partner with them, so you guys know, I do actually like their stuff. I think I've had all of them. I like the raspberry one. I like the peach one. The Arnold Palmer style is very good. The like lemonade iced tea is also delish. It does feel good to be back, doesn't it? Yes, the game is starting soon. It's supposed to start at 7:00. So Phil Simms is back this week. So, which is nice. We get to hear from Phil, Carl, and Bob Papa during the game. Hello, Michael. Welcome. Glad to have you guys back. Are we about to get a 6-7 meme for this game? I felt really old when Dable said that because I was laughing that he was like, didn't know what mid meant. And then he just randomly is like 6'7". Like, what does that mean? Speaking of the devil, Dable's being interviewed by Bruce Beck right now. Also, great stat from Justin Pennick at Talking Giants. Brian Dable is 500 in the preseason, 5-5. So would be nice to get a win. And I know people are like preseason doesn't count. I disagree. It is important for a lot of players, a lot of guys who are on the outside of the roster and who, have a chance of making it. And also, I think confidence is a big thing for a lot of the players and the coaching. So I feel, Dable was aggressive last week. He went for it on a lot of 4th and 1s. I don't know if that'll transfer over to the regular season, but I do think it's important and helpful that he starts to do stuff like that now. Hello, Papa Bear. Welcome. Oh, the Mets won, so now I can't make fun of them. I thought the Mets were on a good run, and then all of a sudden I hear from Mets fans that they're like as bad as the Yankees. And I'm over here like, can we just get a good New York sports team? Like, I don't really understand why it's so difficult for us. Flannel Guy is here with a drink in his hand. Flannel Guy, welcome. What are you drinking tonight? So I didn't really get a confirmation of what 6-7 means, but it's from a song that I guess is like kind of trendy right now. Oh, special teams. Oh, not a good start. All right, we got Burns, McFadden. I didn't see Carter, but it doesn't mean he's not out there. Saw the Star Wars graphics long before Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart played. There is going to be a whole lot of Star Wars stuff as long as those two are on the Giants. And it made me excited because I just feel like there's a really good energy with these players. Go Bell. Okay, good. All right. I didn't see Carter. Cordell Flott is out there, number 28. He needs to have a good night tonight for however long as he played. Ooh, a very, very, very dirty martini. Great choice. If I like dirty martinis, I feel like that is an excellent choice of a drink when you're watching the Giants. It's necessary. I predict Russ throws at least 2 deep attempts to Hyatt. He needs reps. I agree. I'm glad that Hyatt's playing. Okay, I still don't see Carter yet, but if it's third down, should be third down. We might see Carter on this rep. Anyway, I agree. Hyatt definitely needs the reps. I think that, Russ has done a really great job of helping him get to that next level and improving and stuff. So now we really need him to take it to the next level. Is that all right, Carter? No, that's Burns with the red cleats. Burns with the red cleats. Oh, fumble. Was he down? Okay, they're using the virtual measurement system, which if only they had that for the Bills-Chiefs game, maybe the Super Bowl would have went differently. 6-7 is like the meow game in Super Troopers. The whole joke is adding it in any way you can. Oh, there's no punchline. It's an inside joke that makes no sense. Interesting. Now that you say that, it makes perfect sense how Dable used it. He used it the right way. But I'm like, I love that he knows that, but he doesn't know what mid means. It's about time they started doing this instead of the chains. It's hard to tell. You think he got it? Notice Carter wasn't in on the first few plays last week and this week as well. I'm hoping it's just because we don't want to show all the looks with Carter, Tibbs, Burns on the field at the same time. I agree. And I also think that Bowen is just going to use him in a bunch of different ways. So it wouldn't surprise me if on third down, that's when we see Carter come in, or, whether it's like third and long or whatever it is. Oh, so it's 4th and inches. Okay. Didn't get it. All right. So I still don't see Carter yet. I'm not worried about him though. Every time he's on the field, I'm like so excited. Oh, he got it. I like how they're keeping Carter under wraps, like the secret won't get out. I like it too. I think it's fun to kind of see him in smaller doses. I mean, as a fan, I want to see him all the time, but also I want Shane Bowen to be smart about what he's going to do with him. I'm just going to post this on Instagram. All right. Oh, there's nice. Burns would have had that sack there. So close. Was it McFadden? This is what I do like about Bowen that we've seen this year is that he is using different guys. Oh, it was Kayvon. He's using different guys to get to the quarterback. So we saw McFadden, Drew Phillips were being used to blitz the quarterback. And I like that. This is like the different type of stuff that I want to see from Bowen that I feel like we didn't see a lot of last year. Nice. There we go. Drew Phillips, Cordell Flott. Okay. Share. Yes, defense is showing good energy. I think a lot of that is Brian Burns has been a really big contributor. And I know people are kind of like, oh, well, his sack numbers don't back it up. And we paid him a lot of money. I think he might have the opportunity to lead the team in sacks this year. I just feel like with the addition of Carter, it's going to make everyone on the team better. right, it's 3rd and 10. Justin Fields throws. No, you weren't catching that anyway. It was halfway in the dirt. Good coverage by Adebo on Morse. On what's his name? Garrett Wilson. Jets are comical. One thing the Jets are going to do is be the Jets. I will say, I think Aaron Glenn is going to make them into a good football team. I just think it's going to take time. Like, I kind of think that the people who felt like that about Dable felt like it was just going to take some time and some help with the roster to see it translate into wins. Oh, you got Jet Sims and Papa now. I know I would much prefer to listen to them, of course, than anyone else. But I heard from people who were watching the Buffalo game last week. I was in Jersey, so I was able to watch it with Bob Papa and Carl Banks. And I heard that people who were watching on, I guess, NFL Network, if they were out of the area, had a really bad broadcast crew who didn't even hold on, live on YouTube now. Okay. They the Jackson Dart touchdown to what's his name? They said they were on to the next play before they even really broke it down and shared what was going on. So that's a big bummer. It's finally his first touchdown, and people were actually excited about it. Couldn't even get to enjoy it. Adebo covered Garrett Wilson like a blanket. Love it. Might need to go grab some snacks. I don't blame you. I just finished dinner, so I will be going for dessert maybe at halftime. I just made these little, I don't know if you guys like dates. I love dates. And I just made this brownie batter, protein stuff to fill them with. It was good. The consistency wasn't what I hoped it would be, but I think it'll taste good. I just put them in the fridge. And that'll be my dessert. I guess my TV is a little behind because unless it's just one of the beat writers because he's at the game, but he said that Slayton and Bo Collins and Slayton were on the first play. So Bo Collins with the starters over Hyatt. I think we'll probably see Hyatt, maybe second down, third down. I don't think that means we're not going to see Hyatt because he wasn't in on the first drive. But I like that Bo Collins is getting the reps. He's done a really nice job this spring, summer. And he missed last week because he was injured. So I'm excited to see more of him too. Yes, Jets are struggling with the fundamentals. That's something that I think Aaron Glenn will end up helping improve them with at some point. It's probably not going to happen that fast. All right, so GVR is starting over Neal, which makes sense. James Hudson, just don't get any penalties tonight, okay? Please. Yeah, Bo Collins 8. I think it's interesting that Tracy's been getting a lot of the first starting reps as opposed to Singletary. Ooh, what kind of parfaits have you been making? That sounds delicious. I love dates. In fact, I would have a trail mix. Ooh, almonds, chocolate chips, and oats. Ooh, in a jar with some dates. That sounds very good. I think Neal has to play really well during the next 2 preseason games to get any type of rotation with the starters during the season. But I don't think that means they're going to cut him, if he doesn't, play that well. Tracy, nice hole for him. This offensive line needs to really work on the pass blocking because they've done better at the run blocking. John Michael Schmitz needs to step it up too, but so far, knock on wood, so far so good with him. I think Theo Johnson, for those of you who play fantasy like myself, I feel like Theo Johnson is a good sleeper option. I just feel like he's going to be targeted a lot. He was last year, and I think this year is going to be it too. All right, so we got Slayton. I think that's Bo Collins. Or is that Hyatt with the thing on his arms? I can't tell. Oh, look at this moonball. Moonball to Bo Collins. That's it, guys. That is it. That's what we want to see. I hope everyone's on the same page as me because I'm on an Apple TV and there's nothing I can do about speeding it up or slowing it down. Oh, this is the stuff that is going to get me like, we're going to win a lot of games this year, which I know is going to be tough, but see stuff like this and it's like, that was a perfect throw, perfect catch, just everything about it. Oh, okay, first and goal. I thought he got the ball in, but I guess not. Go, Tracy. Push him in. No, I don't think he broke it. Oh my God, that moon ball, guys. This is, and I know people are like, oh, Russ doesn't play the short field and whatever, but if they're able to run the ball and stuff, they don't always have to throw. You know, Jones was like king of the check down because I just don't think he was confident in throwing other things. So they kept the offense really simple for him. But, you know, Russ is going to let that ball go loose. That was beauty. There goes Singletary. I feel like a good bet for well, we don't have neighbors, but I feel like Singletary first touchdown scorer for the Giants is probably not a bad bet. My issue with Neal is that the dude was a top pick. Yes, maybe I'm missing something, but how long is too long to give someone a chance? So he's in the last year of his contract with the Giants. They didn't pick up his 5th year option. So they're going to give him a chance, but he has to be really good the next 2 weeks to prove that he deserves to be in the rotation with GVR. I don't think he's going to be a Giant next year, but they're already paying his contract. I think they felt like they needed depth on the offensive line. They were finally going to move him to guard and give him an opportunity. I feel like this is why it's kind of like the last ditch attempt for Evan Neal, because they finally moved him to guard. Like it took 3 years of injuries and it not working at tackle for them to finally do that I think they probably felt like they had to give him an option, you know? This is awesome. The Why Not You Foundation, which is founded by Russell Wilson and Sierra, will host its $3 million dinner on Monday, August 18th at the Giants 50-yard line. The company will bring whatever, a Fortune 100 companies. I would like to go to that. Not a Fortune 100 game, but Bo Collins is an undrafted free agent from Notre Dame that the Giants brought in this spring. He did a really nice job during training camp before he was dealing with some sort of injury. So he was doing a lot of stuff on the side, but he wasn't doing a lot of 11-on-11s because of whatever injury. Dable is notoriously tight-lipped, so we don't know what injury it was. It obviously was not something serious because he's back playing in the game this week, but he did not play last week. But he had good experience coming out of Notre Dame. I think he's one of the bigger wide receivers. Like I think he's 6 feet tall, but he's been getting reps with the ones during camp and has looked good outside of this injury. But the first time he's playing in the game, I love it. Yes, the idiot fans who hated bringing Russ to this team. It's a new team with him in the driver's seat. Couldn't agree more. Great throw, great catch, looked like a touchdown. I thought it was a touchdown too. His knee must have come down really beforehand. Hello, Wild Wave. Welcome. Meant to spell it as Bo Collins. I knew what you were talking about. Ooh, usual parfait. Siggy's vanilla yogurt, any for you want, blueberries and strawberries, and Michelle's granola. Oh, that sounds so good. I love a yogurt parfait. I usually do non-dairy, but Krista, perfect moonball to Bo Collins. Up for a Singletary touchdown. Up. My cousin's at a concert today, and she's like, you guys better give me updates from the game. Yes, that's what he do. That's what Wilson do. I know. And look, he's not the Russell Wilson of old days, but I keep trying to remind people, like, have you seen the quarterbacks that we have watched for the last 5 years? They have not been good, whether it's the first string or the fourth string. Like, none of them have been consistently good, have thrown the deep ball, have moved the ball down the field, have been good with the football in the sense they don't really turn it over. We haven't dealt with that in a really long time. Oh, like she just went like literally head to head with the returner and the guy got out of it. Very impressive. Oh God, please get up. Oh, they just had Golston on special teams. Interesting. I've had Siggy's before. It's really good. I like it. It has like a good thick consistency. But yeah, I think like we should all be optimistic about Russ. I'm not out here saying that he's going to be an MVP candidate this year, but he's going to be better than what he had. And at the very least, he's going to throw a nice moon ball. And if the wide receiver, whether it's Malik Neighbors or Jalen Hyatt, whoever it is, if they can get open, they're getting the ball. Brian Burns, tackle for loss. That guy is an absolute monster. There's Abdul Carter. There he is. Or Guy. I love Brian Burns. He's such an absolute beast. All right, so we have all the starters out here. The only one we're really missing is Dexter Lawrence and Banks, who's probably going to be the starter over Flott, but let's see what Flott can do. All right, 95 is Roy Robertson Harris, so he's probably, oh, they didn't end up going to the concert. Oh, no. Yes, we haven't had a quarterback who can throw since Eli. I will say Daniel Jones, before his neck injuries, did throw the deep ball and he was usually pretty good at it. I think those back-to-back injuries between the knee and then the neck and like the two neck injuries, I just think he was never the same after that. And I just think that affected the way that he was able to play as a quarterback. And, you know, I know he probably went to the place with the most amount of money, but I feel like he should have stayed with the Vikings. I think Kevin O'Connell would have helped him out the best. And I think that the Vikings probably have a better offensive line than the Colts. That was my biggest concern for him, is like he struggled so long with a bad offensive line that I feel like if he went to a team like the Lions or the Eagles who had a good offensive line, we would see a much better Daniel Jones. I don't know if we're going to see that this year with the Colts. They made some upgrades to the O-line, but realistically, I don't know how good they're actually going to be. Yes, Collins needs to make the 53-man roster. He might. Ooh, who should I get for fantasy for defense? Ravens, Giants, or Broncos? I honestly don't know much about what the Broncos did in free agency. I know they have Surtain, so I know they had a pretty good defense last year. I don't want to be biased about the Giants, but like literally everyone is saying that they're going to have the best defensive line or one of the best defensive lines in football. And I just think like it's so true. I don't know. 51 looks like a bad man. He is going to be. I am so tempted, you guys, to go buy his jersey. And I'm just so afraid that if I buy it and wear it, like he's going to get injured. I can't, for the sake of everyone, I will not run that risk. Because I bought an OBJ, Saquon, and DJ. So now I'm going to stick to the old players. Like I got another Eli jersey. I have Tiki now. Oh my God, McFadden missed that tackle. But Nachos looked pretty good against the run. Denver is your answer, or Ravens. Don't do Giants. Our backs aren't good like there. Also, we do have to worry about someone like Tay Banks giving up, you know, some big plays. So maybe those are better. When is your draft? All right, 3rd and 1. Oh, They're trying to run the ball a lot, and I just want to see Cordell Flott make some plays, but just not getting targeted right now. Guys, I can't believe we're only like 2 weeks away from NFL football. So excited. I have several Barkley jerseys, but I also have several LT jerseys. That's fair. You got to have an LT jersey. I have one too. I have LT, Sims, Eli, Tiki, Tuck, and then OBJ, Saquon Jones. Get him. Come on. Oh. What is a little concerning is that when Dexter's not on the field, the run defense is definitely not the same. Like, I think Elijah Garcia might have been held a little bit there, but also Elijah Garcia getting reps with the ones. This is why we're in preseason. You know, he's not getting reps with the ones during the regular season. So they still have Carter out there. Tibbs is on the outside. Maybe Burns is getting a break this. Come on. Yeah, missed tackle by Chapman. 3 first downs in a row, and we are getting run over. Yes. I think they finally figured out that maybe they could run the ball on us. If Banks looks to turn his head, then we might have something. I agree. I will say I have seen him start to turn his head more than he has in the past, but he doesn't do it consistently. So they have Chapman, and then 98 is DJ Davidson. Who's next too? I think that's Garcia again. There we go. Yeah, it's interesting. This is like the tough part about preseason because you're just like, some of these guys are probably not going to be in with the ones, but it's good practice. And you know, we have to stop the run with whoever's on the field. So everyone better learn, but yeah, they are running right down the field here. You got to hold them to a field goal at the least. Now would be a good time for a turnover, Cordell Flott. No, they're just going to keep running it. Come on. Yes, they're getting through the second level. Have you seen Tiki's takes on WFAN? Absolutely horrible. I haven't listened a ton recently. I am just such a podcast person that because I'm never listening to the radio, I just don't always think to put on WFAN. So I don't listen to it religiously like a lot of other people do. Yes, I wish the jerseys were as good quality as they used to be. So I got an LT Legacy jersey a couple years ago, which I actually won in a giveaway. Nice. There's a play, Cordell Flott on Garrett Wilson, no less. That was a hell of a play. On third down, no less. Nice work. This is the shit I want to see from these guys. That was that's a big play on 3rd and 2 in our red zone. Nice. Very nice. Anyway, so the jerseys, the reason I bought the Eli Ole Miss jersey, which I don't know if you guys saw, it was from Mitchell and Ness. And then I also they did a Tiki red jersey. And those are very good quality. Those are the only jerseys that I have bought in probably the last 4 years. Those are the ones that I bought that have been this was worth the money. And it was $170 with tax. I mean, it was not cheap, but the Eli Ole Miss one, I was I'm never going to have an opportunity at this again. I have to buy it. And the red jerseys are my all-time favorites. So I got the Tiki one. I might sell it because I already have an Eli red one, but, I haven't decided yet because I just love the red jersey so much. Yes, the Mitchell and Ness I will say the quality on those are very good. If you're going to buy a jersey, I would say probably get those over the NFL shop ones because I was really impressed. They're thick, they're cut very nicely, they're tailored well. They're not the huge oversized ones. I have a problem with jerseys because I think the women's ones are cut too tight And I'm like, that's not what a jersey is supposed to look like. But then the men's ones are just like big and boxy and like go to my knees. Like I'm only 5'4", so some of them are just too big for me. The Mitchell and Ness, I feel like, are cut really well. And I was able to get a size small. Like I didn't even need an extra small in men's, which is surprising. Hello, Brent. Welcome. Let's go Big Blue. They're off to a pretty good start so far. Well, that's what I need to do. I need to schedule my tea time for Tuesday. I haven't played golf in a while. So my women's league is back on Tuesday. I can't play on Wednesdays anymore because the pod is back. So I'm going to do my women's league on Tuesday. Let's see if there's still spots available. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Cordell Flott, hell of a play. Load salve. Very impressive. And it was in a high stakes situation where it's 3rd and 2. You're out with the starters. They're about to get the first down and tie up the game. And hell of a play by him. Mitchell and Ness needs to make a huge comeback with the jerseys. Yeah, I don't know. You guys correct me if I'm wrong on this, because I guess I just never paid that much attention to Mitchell and Ness. But I feel like I haven't really heard about their jerseys a lot until recently when they did this Eli Manning Ole Miss one. And then I saw they did a Michael Strahan blue one and then a Tiki red one. And they did an Eli red one. And I was like, those are sick. Oh, Gunner. Ooh, Gunner. Okay. I don't think anyone else was allowed to make jerseys besides Fanatics. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, like the Mitchell and Ness thing again. I was like, oh, this is new and fun. Oh, there's one on the wait list. Or am I on the wait list? I don't know if that just worked. Okay, that's what I wanted. Maybe I don't have the jerseys in here. Oh yeah, I am on the wait list. Okay. All right, so okay, so Hyatt is on the field for all of us who are interested. So it's Slayton, Tracy, Hyatt, Theo Johnson. I don't think I've seen Manhurts yet, which makes me feel like they have some confidence in the offensive line to not put him out there to block, which is good. Unless that's him on the left side. No, that's not him. All right, Tracy. Yes, Hyatt, come on. You have to get yourself an Eric Flowers jersey. Yes, that is totally worth your money. All right, Bo Collins is back out there now. Is that okay, Dulcich is out there. There's Wandale. Okay. That Wandale play was just reminiscent to me of like everything that all of the Wandale Robinson plays for the last few years with Jones as the quarterback, that I've just been like, what are we doing? All right, Slayton, Wandale. So no Hyatt this play. It's Collins, Wandale, and Slayton. Honestly, you showing up to MetLife in that type of jersey would be hysterical. Look at this. Ah! Damn it. That was good defense. That would have been a nice catch by Wandale. But at least on 3rd and 6, they threw a pass that was longer than 6 yards, Table. Kafka, who's calling the plays. Thank God for that. I don't know. Banks says you got to make that play. Sounds like that was on Wandale. Carl tells it like it is. Love it. Anyway, nice punt by Gillen. Let's see if someone can tackle him. Nope. There we go. Anyway, I really like that play call. You guys have heard me complain all the time that on third and long, they throw a 5-yard pass to Wan'Dale Robinson and not a single time. I mean, I think it converted maybe 3 times last year. So I am just happy that I'm seeing a throw go past the first down marker. That is what I like to see. Mike Kafka, guys, I'm telling you, I think Kafka is a good play caller. I've had my issues with him, but I think with a better talent and a better quarterback, I think Kafka is a very good play caller. I bet Flannel Guy, I love it. I think you can probably get an Eric Flowers jersey for free somewhere. Anissa, I was thinking about starting to get into sports cards. Like I was looking on eBay for an Abdul Carter rookie card. But I was looking in the summer and I guess they didn't have a deal with him or Penn State or something, or the NFL didn't have one yet. So like I was only getting his college cards and I didn't want that, or they were like photoshopped him in a Giants jersey, but it wasn't the right number. I don't know. But that's a Cam Ward card sold for $2,800. That's insane. I need to get into the cards industry, it sounds like. Yeah, it would have been a good catch if Wan'Dale caught it. Russ was a little late with the throw, or he did not look the safety off. Yeah, maybe he didn't see him coming, but it was in his hands. Like, that is the thing that I think is going to make such a difference this year, is that Russ is typically quite accurate with putting the ball in play, where a lot of the times we had so many complaints where, like, if you're throwing the ball at a wide receiver's ankles, they're not catching it. So, you know, hit them in the chest, give them an opportunity to catch the ball. Yeah, Carl's right. He needed to make the catch. I wonder if Dable's going to put the starters back out there after that, the starting offense. I hope he does. Let them play a little bit longer. What Wan'Dale needed to do was come back to the ball. He kept fading his route and enabled the safety to close in on him. Oh, Wan'Dale. Could have had Slayton. The corner. Slayton's talking to him now, giving him advice. I know, joking about the flowers. eBay is probably the only place where you could find an Eric Flowers jersey. And even then, I bet you no one bought an Eric Flowers jersey at the time. Probably ancient. Yeah, crazy. You got old football cards. Who do you have? Get on eBay. Could be making a killing. Craig is tired of Wan'Dale. I don't blame you. Sometimes it feels like there are plays that he's left on the ball, left on the field that he should have made. My uncle, this is my family group chat, just turned the game on. First play, special teams rocks, 42-yard line, starting field position for the Jets. Almost broke it. It's hysterical. Will I do live streams on Sunday? So I'm going to live stream all of the away Giants games, except for probably the Commanders, because I'm going to be there. But I'm actually going to be working with a company for the season that will allow me the option to stream during, like, if I'm at the game. So I might try and do that at the Washington game and see how it goes. I have a mini mic, which will help with sound in the stadium. I'm a little worried about, like, people around me. I don't want to bother people. So I'm TBD on whether or not I'm going to stream at games. And I plan to be at most of the Giants home games. But I will stream all of the away games. And I also think that what I'm going to do is stream some of the other games. So, like, I might do the Eagles-Cowboys season opener, because I know we're all going to be watching that and rooting for a tie. So I figure, you know, if I'm at the Giants game on Sunday and I can't do that, then maybe I'll do streams for some of the other teams. Because I'm also like, I just love the NFL and I love football. So I'm usually watching the Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Like I'm usually watching all the games anyway. So I might as well just live stream them and we can talk shit on other teams. So yes, I will be doing that. Yeah, you can't control what fans say. I know. I'm more worried about like if people don't want their faces in the video, I want to be conscious of that because they might not want who's ever is on the stream to see what them or whatever. So yeah, but I think that if I just have the like phone like this, it shouldn't be all those people around me. So we'll see. TBD on that, but yes. Yes, if you go to a game, it might be better to vlog. I agree. I'm probably going to do that for the games. I also like when I'm at the games, there's like a lot of screaming going on, and I just don't think that people want to hear that. You know, like maybe they want to hear the crowd cheer, but not me screaming. Yes, getting open is good, but catching the football is his actual job. I agree with you. I would like them both to lose too, but a tie would also work in our favor. If they both tie and we beat the Commanders, first place in the NFC East week 1, guys, it can happen. Oh, Carter's back in. All right, so okay, so they still have all the starters in, but Darius Muasau is playing for Bobby O, but McFadden's still out there with the starters. And Corey Black, their 7th round corner, is getting snaps at cornerback 2 instead of Flott. I personally would have left Flott in. Maybe just because he's coming off an injury, they're worried about it. I don't know. Then my brother just texted the group chat. Bowen is a terrorist. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys read that article, but I was interviewed by AM New York. And they were like, how did you become a Giants fan? And I was just talking about like my whole family is like literally psychotic Giants fans. And I'm like, if you could only see some of the things that are said in that group chat, like what my brother said, you would only know. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Everyone's so nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, they need Flott. I agree. Like, why? He wasn't out that long for me to think that his injury was going to allow him to not play that much tonight. Like, are they going to rotate them or you're just done with Flott? Like, what are you doing? Flott is fighting for a starting role. Why would you not give him all the reps that he can get? Corey Black with the tackle. And Thibodeau. Thibodeau has been all over the place tonight. I think he's another guy who's really going to benefit from Abdul Carter on this team. I know. I don't like Bowen either. I'm trying to be optimistic about him because I think that number one, he's playing for his job this year. And number two, he does have a lot more talent to work with this year. And I think that those things, like Abdul Carter is so good that there's just no reason why you shouldn't be blitzing more, why you shouldn't be taking advantage of the talent that you have on this roster. I get it. The defense was not that great last year. You dealt with all these players with the injuries. You lost Dexter Lawrence, like whatever. But there's no excuse this year. Like the defense should be top 5. Those of us from New Jersey think alike. Yes. Yes, we do. Third and 8. Like they still have Drew Phillips out there. Why do you not have Cordell Flott still out there? Oh, Drew Phillips almost close enough to pick that. Oh, I didn't even realize they took out Justin Fields. So I wonder if this will be the wow, Carter and Tibbs, man. If I was a quarterback and saw those guys running at me, I would be peeing my pants with terror. I know they're used to it, but I think Tibbs looks better this year. Please bounce in. Oh no. You can't tell me we can't replace a 5'8" slot receiver. Get rid of him. Picked him over Pickens. Trade him to KC for Sky Moore. Amir Smith-Marset is also a slot guy who's looked pretty good too. Wandale, I think, is in the last. Was he drafted with those other guys? With Tibbs? Oh, Russ is coming back out. Here comes Hyatt. All right, so we are seeing more offensive starters. I like it. I like it. Oh, now we have Evan Neal coming in for GVR. Here we go. It's go time, baby. Wait, I want to look at Wandale's contract. Wandale Robinson. Yes, but this is the last year of Wandale's contract. He's a free agent next year. I really like Wandale. I would be okay if we upgraded that position next year. If Bowen can't get this defense to play well with what we have on the roster, then he needs to go. I agree 100%. This year, there's no excuse. You have some of the best talent in the league. I don't give a shit about this hard schedule. Figure it out. You're worried about Tay Banks? Then do some other looks. Put Cordell Flott in there. You know, I don't know what to tell you, but you're supposed to be the defensive coordinator here. You're the one who's got to figure it out. If Bowen cannot get this defense, oh, yeah. In fact, if the defense is not playing well over the first 5 weeks, then I would fire him. Yes. If he can't get the defense to play well, I agree. Especially if the offense is scoring points. If it's like what we saw last year where the defense is keeping us in games and the offense just literally can't get more than 10 points on the board, that's one thing. But if they're giving up 40 points a game, you know, and the offense is still putting up 21 or 17 consistently, like that's a huge problem. If Wilson gets hurt, Dable's going to get crucified. I agree, but you got to play the players. Like, after what we've seen since he's been the head coach, and every single year, the offense and the team as a whole starts off slow and they look unprepared and undisciplined with penalties, bad throws, drops, you know, interceptions, false starts, you cannot, it's unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. You have back-to-back division rivals this year. You cannot go out there looking like a bunch of bums who didn't play football for the last couple of weeks. So I don't think the starters are going to get that much more time on offense, like Russell specifically, but I don't hate it. I think that they all need it. I do. Because think about this too. They play the Pats on Thursday and then they don't play again until the following Sunday, which is 10 days later. I mean, that's a long time, you know. There we go, Jalen Hyatt. Look at this. Jalen Hyatt with like a 14-yard reception. Maybe more. Yes, agreed. If the defense doesn't play well, it's 100% a Shane Bowen problem. I agree with you. And you can't just say, oh, well, Tay Banks isn't very good. Like, you're not, if the defense is bad, it's not because of Tay Banks. Tay Banks is probably part of it, but I don't want it. Like, I know people are worried about the secondary, but it's not. I think that the other two corners are good, and I think that the safeties are going to be okay. Like, if Banks has a couple bad games, they still should not look horrible as a defense as a whole. All right, 2nd and 6. I honestly haven't even paid any attention to Evan Neal. So I got too excited about Hyatt, but let's watch Evan Neal this play. They got Singletary back there. Neal. Oh, damn it. Evan Neal did a nice job. That was a good block. He seems to be more like comfortable on his feet, I think, this year at guard. Maybe just because he doesn't have to move as much as a tackle. Yeah, but look at this. He did a pretty good job. I don't know what happened with him and Hyatt there. Miscommunication. Was it not just 2nd and 6? Now it's 3rd and 5? Maybe it was 2nd and 5. I don't like that play call one bit. You can do that with Turbo, who's fast. Do you know who's not fast? Devin Singletary. He just had a chance to get Dart a snap on the 1-yard line better now than in real game. I think we're going to see, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I do think we're going to see a whole lot of Jackson Dart, so I wouldn't worry about that. But I think, I don't know, maybe Dable wanted them to just have another good series where they either get points on the board or just can move the ball down the field, not go almost 3 and out like they just did. Oh, I liked Pritchett. I saw him at the Senior Bowl. He's on the smaller side, but he was a pretty good wide receiver. Yes, it's great watching a competitive Giants football team. I agree with you. Yes, I think we're going to, so I don't know if we're going to see one more series with Russ and the starters. You know what wouldn't surprise me is if we see Dart with all of the number ones. That wouldn't surprise me one bit. That would not surprise me. Okay. What do you think our best contractual move was the preseason and off season? Ooh. I think probably Adebo was one of the biggest and most important ones because we so desperately need to not rely on Tay Banks as the cornerback one. And I think Adebo getting paid what we paid him, I think it was like 16 or 17 million a year. I don't care. It's not my money, but I think it was worth it. I think to know that he's going to be the starter there and he's going to be on wide receiver ones makes me feel better than Banks doing it. So I think that was a really good move by the Giants. I think it was smart. This is, and then in the preseason, I mean, I think probably bringing in UDFAs like Bo Collins and who else? Nick Jones, who I think we're going to see a lot of when the twos come out on defense. But those guys have been contributing and they've been good for this team. Dave Syvertson, who I think you guys all know. The 2025 New York Giants nightmare defensively is the run defense being so bad, it won't matter how good the pass rush is. I agree. And then Dan Schneier, back to earth Giants fans. This run defense is a bit of a mess without Dexter Lawrence on the field. Would love to see the Giants use their waiver priority on an interior defensive lineman at the roster cut down day shortly. Unfortunately, we are not the Bengals who can put up 40 points a game. My uncle, our special teams will still suck when I'm 6 feet under. He hates special teams. He relentlessly shits on them every game. It's hysterical, but like he's not wrong. They just every year seem to have some sort of issue. There we go. Come on, get him down. So Bobby O is back in. He just made that tackle. Interesting. They definitely are going to put Dart out there. I just don't know if Dable wants the starters to have one more drive where they're successfully moving the ball down the field or what. he might just say enough is enough. They played more this week than they did last week, and I feel good enough. We'll see. So they have Carter out there. Come on. Got to stop the run. Chauncey Golston's getting some snaps. Corey Black is still out there. I don't understand why we were not seeing more Cordell Flott. You think it's crazy that Gabe Davis still didn't get signed by anyone yet? I do think it's very interesting. I think after cutdown day, he's probably going to get signed. I've also heard some people saying that they think the Giants should sign him. I've also heard that OBJ has been talking to some other teams. So, I mean, if we're going to bring back anyone, I would bring back Odell on a 1-year vet contract. I don't care. I just think him and Neighbors would be insane. All right, so Lane. Okay, so they have most of the starters out now. Yeah, I don't know if you guys just saw Carter. Oof. That was a tough move on Carter. All right, who's that? D. Williams. All right, so let's see if we got Dart or we're back with the ones out here. Either way, I think we're definitely going to see more Evan Neal. We'll probably see more Hyatt, Bo Collins. We might be done. If they take out Russ, we probably won't see Slayton or Wandale anymore. Yes, special teams is a huge thorn in my side. I agree with you, Michael. I do. Still seems like he's got all the time in the pocket to make a throw, but not successful. Another 8 yards on the ground. We need some pressure. We need some sacks. Yes, I agree. Oh, Dan Duggan just said another series for the starting offense. So Russ is going back out there. Maybe Dable wants them. Maybe that's what he wants, to end on a good note. If we stop the run and keep them in 3rd and long, then the sacks will come. I agree. Also, not all the quarterbacks that we're going to play this year are as mobile as Justin Fields. Jaden Daniels, obviously, but I think when you look at the league, like Jalen Hurts can take off too, but like, I don't know, Dak is not super mobile. He's not Lamar Jackson, and we're not playing Lamar. Jordan Love, sure, like a lot of these guys are dual threats, but they're not Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields. Like Justin Fields can take off pretty quickly and is going to be used a lot in the run game. Who else? Caleb Williams, the Saints, Tyler Shuck is probably who we're going to play when we play them. Geno Smith. Who else? I'm trying to think about Vikings, JJ McCarthy. Need more ice. I'm happy the Giants beat the Bills. I think, so many people are like, oh, preseason doesn't matter. I think for a team that has been starving for wins, any opportunity that they get that ends in a win is good for everyone's confidence. And I think it's really important. I think it's a good way to go into the season with some wins in preseason. I know there's a lot of backups out there, but still. All right, Jalen Hyatt. Come on, buddy. Come on, Evan Neal. Russ is back out there. Hand off to Tracy. There we go. It's a nice 10-yarder. Giant Insider just tweeted Theo Johnson pancaked someone on that run. JMS coming out in space. Not bad. Oh, Dart. And then Dan Duggan just said Dart comes in after one play. Dable keeping them on their toes. Oh, he already said what the play was. Damn it. I'm behind. I won't say it. Yeah, so here's Dart in with the ones. I told you guys, I knew Dable was going to do shit like this because aside from the fact of keeping them on their toes, that's what Dable tells people. But he's saying he's doing that because he loves Jackson Dart. And I think we're going to see Jackson Dart. We could see him sooner than we all expect. Guys, are we going to run successful screenplays this year? Theo Johnson, I'm telling you guys, Theo is going to be a sleeper. My uncle, was that another screen pass? Is it still 2025? 94 is Elijah Chapman, who's a defensive lineman. He's in at fullback. And Russell's back in. All right, Dable, this is the shit that I like to see. Come on, keep us all on our toes here. Make it exciting. No, he did, Brent. Am I behind? 2nd and 3 was 6:37. Yes, I'm with you, Michael. Winning builds confidence, and I'll take any we can get. I agree. I agree. Oh, boy. That was a miscommunication with Collins. I don't know what happened there. Or was Hyatt supposed to be down there? Not Hyatt. No, yeah. Collins broke off the route. Yeah, so Collins messed that up. Damn it. Would have been nice to get a touchdown there instead. Hello, Press Ray. Oh, fumble? No. Yeah, Collins blew that one. He's a UDFA, guys. This is what happens. I will say, outside of that, Collins has been pretty good. No one's going to be perfect out there, but, you know. Reason. Oh, catch that. Yeah, that's an unfortunate interception, but not the quarterback's fault. And this is like kind of the stuff that I hate when it comes to stats, right? Because everyone's going to say, oh, Russell Wilson threw an interception. He sucks. He shouldn't be the quarterback. But if you watch what happened, it wasn't his fault. So it's the same thing with the sacks. And I talked about this last week a little bit, is that the Giants last week had 51 passing plays between all 4 quarterbacks and not a single sack with 4 different quarterbacks too. And I think so many people are just scarred by seeing like the big sack numbers for the Giants offensive line. Oh shit, don't call DPI on that. But they don't realize that some of it was our quarterbacks taking sacks that they shouldn't have taken. So yes, the offensive line was bad, but also the quarterbacks contributed to that sack number. And, you know, I just, it's the same thing with interceptions anyway. So yes, defense has done well versus the pass tonight. I agree. Yes, now would be a good time for the Giants to force that turnover. I feel like the Giants offensive run blocking has been pretty good tonight too. They've done a good job, the defensive, even though they've given up some running chunk plays. That's a flag. He called the fair catch. But even though they've given up a couple chunk plays in the run, they haven't given up a lot of points. So, you know, if they do that during regular season games, it's not going to be the end of the world if they give up a couple first downs, if they can hold them to not scoring touchdowns. So, you know, they can't be that bad at the run defense that they're giving up 200 yards a game. But if they give up 100 and keep defenses, you know, to 17 points or less, we should win games. We got a 3rd and 10 at the Jets 20-yard line. You must be a little behind where I'm at. But yeah, they're able to make some stops. See, Jackson Dart in with the ones, guys. I knew Dable was going to do this week. So here's my thinking on Dart now, because he's progressing faster than I think a lot of people expected him to. And Dable is literally obsessed with him. I don't know if you guys listened to Dable's press conferences. He has never said anything remotely as nice about Daniel Jones as he has said about Jackson Dart. And I think the fact that he's throwing him in with the ones, he wants to see how he does if he decides to put him in later in the year, earlier than we expected. Oh, you're watching 2 different lives. There we go. Yeah, not a great punt. Plus, they got the flag because one of their players ran into our returner. All right, 2nd and 7. We got Dart with the rest of the starters out here. I see Hyatt, Mondale, and Bo Collins. Yeah, the run defense still scares me. I agree. But it's not the same when Dexter Lawrence is off the field. It's why these guys need these reps, because they have to improve. Third and 7. Oh. Ugh. All right, Neil. Yeah, not great. Yes, Niners. I knew that was one of the teams that I'm missing, is that Brock Purdy is going to be one of the quarterbacks that we play. So next to Dex, it's probably going to be Roy Robertson Harris. He's been the one, either him or Nacho. Those two have been getting the most amount of snaps throughout camp. And in the preseason, they've been getting snaps with the ones. So I think it'll be between those two. We've also seen some looks where they've had Abdul Carter as the defensive tackle. I don't think they're going to be trotting him out there next to Dexter Lawrence week 1, but you never know. One thing that Dart and Jameis do have in spades is that they both try to score every drive, if not every play. They're more exciting than Russ. That's true. I think Russ is probably more focused on getting the first down and moving the ball down the field, where those two are all about the explosive plays. But it doesn't always have to be flashy in order to score touchdowns, you know? Come on, defense. I don't think I've seen Nick Jones out there yet. Every time I see 30, I keep thinking it's Darnay Holmes. I know it's not, but like, yeah, the Cowboys are losing, but I don't know if Dak played. Does anyone else know? I'm just seeing the scores up there. Try ESPN will tell me. The punting has been pretty good tonight. All right, Ravens, Cowboys. Let's see if we got some starters over there. All right, Ravens, Cooper Rush, no Lamar. Oh, and Cowboys, no Dak either. I guess maybe because Dak is coming off the injury. That's the other thing. If Dak doesn't play any of preseason because he's coming off this injury, like, is he actually going to be any good week 1? I would rather the Eagles, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would rather the Eagles just absolutely demolish the Cowboys week 1. And if we are at least competitive with the Commanders or beat them, and then week 2 go into Dallas, we're going to be feeling good. Dallas is going to be feeling bad. We're going to have the momentum. We could be feeling good about that game. Yeah, dare I look at let's see how much they've given up on the ground so far in the stats. So they've rushed for 85 yards. And we have rushed for 44. But Bo Collins has 80 yards receiving. Theo 30, high at 21. Not bad. They have 39 yards. Favorite all-time coach for me is probably Coughlin. I like the way that he went, either him or Parcells, but I was really more alive during the Coughlin period than I was Parcells. Although everything I see about Parcells, I love the guy. He was an absolute maniac back in the day, but I love that. Yes, if Dak isn't coming off an injury, it'll give us an opportunity. Yeah, I don't think he played last week, right? Like, I don't think he's playing in the preseason at all. Hold on, let me go to preseason week 1. Cowboys. Where's the Cowboys? Yeah, he didn't play last week either. Very interesting. I saw some good things out of Abdul. No sacks, but he was good at getting pressure on the quarterback. He did have one play where he ended up on the ground from the I don't know if it was must have been the offensive lineman, the tackle, who got him. But other than that, he's looked pretty good. He got reps with the 1s and the 2s. What was I looking for? Oh. Okay. 2 best Giants coaches in their history were Vince Lombardi and Tom Landry. Yeah, Dak hasn't played at all during preseason. Could you imagine he doesn't play at all during preseason and goes into week 1 against the Eagles? Like, I really hate the Eagles. But the thing is, I think the Eagles are going to beat us twice this year. So I'm like, if that's going to happen, then just destroy the Cowboys so we can have some confidence going into week 2. I'm the only Giants fan that doesn't hate the Eagles, maybe because I hang out there sometimes. But I would never wear a Giants jersey there. I like being alive. Yeah, some of their fans are out of control. But yeah, I really hate the Eagles. I do. Speaking of, what's up, Harris? I was just saying that I think, unfortunately, for me, that I think the Giants are going to get swept by the Eagles this year. And the fact that Dak isn't playing at all during preseason so far, I think I might actually enjoy the Eagles beating the shit out of the Cowboys week 1. So then week 2, Giants have some confidence, going in to play the Cowboys. I forgot Holland was from Canada. 2 Super Bowl wins, Tom Coughlin, great choice. No, you don't get any props for being an Eagles fan. Your team has been good for so long. I don't want to hear it. Giants fans should get props for being loyal after this shit that we've been forced to watch for the last 10 years. Come on, Golston. Oh, what is that? Nice. That was a nice play by 35. Art Green. He's done a nice job. Yeah, the link is like not a place that I want to go unless I'm there with bodyguards. I agree. There are some good Eagles fans. I've met some very nice ones. Unfortunately, the bulk of them give the whole fan base a bad reputation. Can someone get in front of the ball, please? There's Nick Jones. Been waiting for him. Really, Harris? Adoree Jackson has been terrible. You think he's going to get cut? I haven't been able to watch any of the Eagles games so far, so I don't even know how any of them have played. What about Aziz? Has he gotten any reps? Nick Jones, my guy. That's right, Carl. Good open field tackle. Love it. My friend was wearing a Joe Burrow jersey because he thinks he's hot. Almost got jumped at CVS. That's out of control. So many of their fans are just, again, someone catch the damn ball. Yes, the world was a better place when the Eagles and Red Sox had no championships. I could not agree with you more. Yes, Giants fans are very loyal. I don't think of them as fans, more like a mob. Oof. Half of my family are Eagles fans, the bad half. True that. Aziz got a sack today, lost 7 yards. Good for him. I always liked Aziz. But Jackson didn't have a great last year with the Giants, so I'm not entirely surprised he's not doing that well over there. We're serving an eagle on Thanksgiving this year. No turkey. Love it. All I know is I'm glad that the Giants do not play on Thanksgiving or Christmas so I can enjoy my holidays without the stress of watching this damn team. Come on. Catch that. Someone. Boy. Yeah, I haven't had any issue with Niners fans. I haven't really had any issues with fans of other teams except the Eagles. Like the Eagles fans are just notoriously rude to literally everyone. Anyone who's on our team who has a bad day at practice, yes, should be forced to run. I don't care who you are. Yeah, Aziz could never stay healthy. My buddy's a Cowboys fan and said from what he has heard and read in the media that they are cautiously optimistic Dak will be ready week 1. They don't even think he's definitely going to be ready then. Nick Jones, my guy. Another good tackle. Sorry, Moisey, did I wake you up? Hi. Okay, Dak will be ready week 1, but with no preseason and coming off an injury, I don't know. And Brian, that's what I'm saying. Like, at the very least, he's going to be rusty. He's not playing any preseason games, and week 1, you're just going to throw him out there against the Eagles? I mean, Brian Schottenheimer, good luck. Good luck, buddy. Like, what are you thinking? I get they have to be cautious with him because of an injury. I totally get that. But like maybe he shouldn't be the starter week 1 then. Maybe you put Joe Millen out there and who's actually been playing a lot of preseason and, worry about him later. 3rd and 7. Let's get a stop. I don't care who's out there. I don't care that this is the secondary or the second stringers. Make a goddamn play. That was a nice tackle by TJ Moore. I agree. Boston deserves nothing nice. I want to eat an eagle on Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving food. I love it. I can't wait. Yeah, Cowboys fans are the worst. I have not worried about yet whether or not Dart is going to be the franchise quarterback or whether or not he's going to be a bust. I just think it's too early. And I'm like, if it doesn't work out with him, then everyone's getting fired and we probably have the number 1 overall pick and we're starting all over. But I'm not worried about it yet. But I will say is Brian Daboll, it like gushes about him in every press conference. He had a good showing in the first preseason game. I hope that he continues it tonight. He seems to be progressing faster than the expectation was for him. So you know, if he looked awful during the preseason games and Dable was like not saying good things about him, I would be worried that he's going to be a bust, but I'm more optimistic about him than I was on draft night. So yeah, I root for anyone who plays Philly. Agreed. Yes, Eagles fans are proud of being jerks. I agree. Slayton was on the field and got reps with the ones. I don't think he had any targets. Who's that, Morse? What's Dad doing? Okay. Yeah, no targets for Slayton. Bo Collins, Theo Johnson, Hyatt, and Robinson and Singletary all had targets and receptions. No. Yes, I'm a Yankees fan. Am I going to LA for the Olympics? I didn't even think about going to LA for the Olympics in 2028. Maybe that would be fun. All right, Jets get a field goal right before the half. It's 7-6. Hello, Michael. Hi, Willie. Yes, Howie Roseman is the best part of the Eagles. There's no question about that. I go to the link. My good friend is an Eagles season ticket holder. Okay, you're a combat veteran, so we're ready for smoke if it comes. Michael, if I ever go to the link, I'm going with you. Growing up, Virginia, I never liked the Commanders. Actually, when they were the Redskins, to be honest, they're the shit. That's fair. I don't hate the Redskins because I just feel like they've never really been a threat for us, that I don't, and their fans are just like so lackluster. You know, like Cowboys fans are annoying because every single year they're like, it's our year, we're going to the Super Bowl. And Eagles fans are like lighting their own city on fire, being assholes. And then there's just us who's like, we just want our football team to not suck. So yeah. Actually, Giants guy, you're wrong because Darius Slayton was open. At least I haven't been watching him every single play, but he was open, but Russ threw to Wandale instead, and then Wandale dropped it. So what I'm going to do for live streams this year is I'm going to be at most of the Giants home games, but I will live stream the away games. And I actually was saying earlier that I'm going to be working with a company this year that will allow me to live stream at games. I just I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to do that yet. I'm probably going to test it out for maybe like a quarter or something and see how it goes, because obviously in the stadium, there's going to be a bunch of people around me. There's going to be a lot of yelling. Like if I bring my mini mic, you'll be able to hear me, but I don't know how much you'll be able to see. So TBD for the home games, but the away games, yes. Yes, we need something out of Alexander. I haven't even noticed whether or not he's been on the field. No, Scattaboo is still injured. Such a bummer. Yeah, I need Dart to start throwing some touchdowns, please. Hello, Wanderson. Welcome. Yes, Eagles fans are passionate. I know I switched. So my husband brought, we have a TV on our rolling rack. So he brought that up here. So now I can do it up here where my dog is just laying down up here instead of harassing me, which actually I might go give her a bone. People live stream at Yankee games. Do you watch them though? The only thing that I just am like, I don't know, because of like the sound and it seems very chaotic, but if you guys are into it, I will definitely give it a try and see how it goes. You will not be able to pull off a live stream at the game. They sing. Well, so, okay, the flannel guy, that's the other thing that I said to the guy that I was talking to who runs the company that I'm going to work with. I was like, look, I've tried to go live in the parking lot while I've been tailgating, and that hasn't even worked. The service is so bad. But MetLife did make some upgrades. They didn't upgrade the stadium to make it better, but they did make some upgrades. And I saw that one of them was the internet. So I'm curious if the speed is going to be much better this year with the Wi-Fi upgrade. So I don't know. I'll probably give it a try and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Then I'll just stick with the home games. Did I wear a flannel the other day? I know I have one that I wear in the winter. That's fair. Yankees live streams have been depressing at the games. That's fair. I don't even know what the score is of this game. Dare I check what's going on with the Yanks? Actually, I could just change the channel since it's halftime. Let's see. All right, 5-3. The Yanks are losing. I do not have a favorite basketball team. The only basketball team that I root for is the Gamecocks women's basketball because they're so good and I went to college there. Do not give a crap about the NBA. Didn't watch a single playoff game. Don't follow the Knicks. The things that I knew about the Knicks were from what I saw on social media from like other Giants fans. So they're just not really for me. Hockey, I don't really follow much. My husband is a diehard Bruins fan, and we share an ESPN Plus account. So the only things I know about the Bruins are like through him and ESPN Plus. But I did start watching more hockey recently. Like I love the playoffs, and I think it's a very fun sport to watch. The picture of me sitting in the chair. Maybe it wasn't flannel, but I think I know what shirt you're talking about. The Yanks are losing 5-3 in the top of the 4. Wells just grounded out. Let's see how I'm doing on my parlay, by the way, because I did a Yanks parlay. If I had to save one from drowning, I would save the Cowboys because I know that they're not going to be as good as the Eagles. Hi, Mars. You want to have a bone? I'll go get one for you. All right, let's see how I'm doing on my parlay, guys. I did a... All right, here we go. I did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-leg parlay. I need Jazz Chisholm to get a hit. Sonny Gray, I did the 6 plus strikeouts. He's at 5, so I need him to get one more. Max Fried, I did 5 strikeouts. He's at 4. I need one more. Judge RBI, which already hit, and then I need a Ben Rice hit. Oh, Grisham, a little single. The one thing we can absolutely agree on is both Eagles and Giants fans enjoy seeing the Cowboys lose. That's true. So I don't know if you guys saw, but I did House of Highlights this week, and it was 1 Eagles fan versus 10 haters, and I was obviously a hater, and most of us were Giants fan, but there was a Cowboys fan there, and us and the Cowboys fans were like, "You're one of us today." It was so funny, but we all were just like, "We hate the Eagles." It was fun. I think are the Eagles even playing right now? The one thing we can sorry, I read that away. Yes, Yanks are killing me. Do not get me started on Aaron Boone. Do you guys listen to Talking Yanks? Every time he's on there, I will say there was one episode a couple weeks ago where Boone was like actually more honest than he's probably ever been. And he was a little, like he agreed with the guys and was saying like that there were a lot of things that they needed to clean up and they were not good in this area and that area. And I was like, oh my God, Aaron Boone is aware that this team sucks. Wow. Here I was thinking he was just out here thinking they were good enough to be a World Series winning team. Come on, Ben Rice, help me hit my parlay here, buddy. Just need a single. Sucks that the Yankees are bad, but at least the Mets are in the same boat. Yes, all that money on one dude. Soto looks horrible. I haven't really watched any Mets games, but I did see early on in the season when he was struggling that everyone was making fun of him. Yes, they have to get in the red and score. Oh, the Eagles lost. Oh, I did see that. The Browns beat them. It was the Browns, I think, who beat them. Yeah, still have issues scoring. And dare I say, knock on wood, the offense didn't have any penalties, which is the one thing that I really wanted to see from James Hudson, who screwed up one of their drives last week with 2 penalties. He didn't have any tonight. Appreciate that. Yes, I am ready for college football. I'm still trying to figure out if I can get to a Gamecocks game this year, but so far it's not looking so good. You're in 4 leagues, Harris? I'm the commissioner of mine, and I'm like, I got to get my shit together because I got to win it this year. Yes, the Yanks are mid. Agreed. Soto is a bust. Listen, he might be a bust, but he's $800 million richer. And I also wouldn't hate being a bust if it meant I got paid $800 million. Brian? South Carolina, I think their first game is right before. Oh, Ben Rice with a homer. Yeah, buddy. There we go. There's another leg to my parlay, Ben Rice. Nice. Now I need Jazz. All right, Yanks take the lead 6-5. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Appreciate your donation. They need to be better up front on the offense. Too much breakdown in coverage. Let's go. I agree. So this is what I want to see from the second half. I don't think we're going to see any more Russell Wilson. And we're probably not going to see a lot of the starting offense, but we are going to see Jackson Dart. So I want to see Jackson Dart make smart decisions with the ball. I want to see him slide, please. And work on that communication thing. There was a communication error with Bo Collins with Russ Wilson, which was on the wide receiver. And it seemed like that whoever he threw the ball to on one of the last plays, the wide receiver was not in the right spot. So communication issues need to be figured out. And, defense needs to stop the run and pick it up the second half. So I saw some good things. I saw some good tackles from guys. I want to see them continue it this year. But I'm with you, Ronnie. They got to step it up the second half, make some better plays, and get the win, okay? Let's get the win, Giants. It's really important. Flannel guy, I will let you know. I'm trying. So our league has been, I think we're on the 9th year, and it's actually all women. So I'm trying to keep it that way. But as of right now, we do have 1 spot open. But I'm going to see if my neighbor is interested. The Devonta Smith one pissed me off more than the AJ Brown. I don't know why I didn't really care about AJ Brown. I feel like, I don't know. I kind of was just like, he'll go to the Eagles and whatever. But the Devonta Smith, I was also, because I was just like the Giants and Dave Gettleman just totally screwed this up. What else is new? Yes, Willie, the Giants played all the starters. Everyone who's healthy played except for Dexter Lawrence. Lawrence played in the 2 games. Come on, Jazz. Get a little single here. So Dexter Lawrence played in the 2 practices with the Jets. So I think that's why they didn't play him tonight. But we did see all the other starters. If the Giants season goes meh by the trade deadline, would you consider trading Winston? Only I want like a 3rd rounder for Jameis Winston, or else I'm not trading him because I think he's very valuable. And Tommy DeVito is going to be on the practice squad or on another team. So we're going to need Jameis Winston at that point. if the season is meh by the trade deadline, it depends what you mean by meh. If you mean like that they're, I don't know, 3-5 or 4-4 or 2-6. If they're 2-6, we're probably going to see Jackson Dart at that point. Maybe we'll see Jameis Winston for a week or two, but I don't think we would see him much earlier. Ooh, Texas versus Ohio State. Yeah, Arch Manning. Gotta watch him, right? Damn it, Jazz. Yes, Hyatt did play. He had one reception, two receptions. He had 21 yards. Oh shit, is the game back? Guys, the people, I will say, like the people who write these commercials for these things, these like jingles, get stuck in my head every time. Oh shit, the game's back. Oh, here's little Jordan Humphrey. We haven't seen him at all yet. Ronnie, thank you again. Appreciate your donation. Excited. See the second half if they can get it together. Oh, Mark Sanchez is doing the Jets game. I did not realize that. I like having, I love that we have Bob, Carl, and Sims. I love hearing from them. Turbo. Let's go. My guy, Turbo. Led the wide receivers last week. He's a running back. Led them with 80 yards. Let's go, baby. Successful screen game, only with Dante. Devin Caney. Is she, Harris, is she a podcaster? I don't know who she is. Yeah, I'm glad Dart is playing. He needs the reps. 3rd and 4. Come on, guys. They have Gunner out there. Where is Amir Smith-Marset? Is that him with the red cleats? I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. Turbo gets the first. Guys, Turbo's making this roster. All right, Evan Neal's still out there. There's okay, Marcus Bowe, guys, number 71 is at left tackle too. He's been playing left tackle and right tackle. So let's see. Nice. There's Amir Smith-Marset. Nope, that's not. That's Montreal, Washington. There we go. Move the ball right down the field. Let's do it. Touchdown incoming. Retired in Naples. I think you're right. Hello, Barry. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Anakin Skywalker is in the game. So I'm not like a huge Star Wars person. I've seen like 3 of the movies. My husband loves Star Wars. I'm like, I think I have to go back and watch the Star Wars movies now. If you could trade with the Jets for one of their players, who would you want? Sauce Gardner. No doubt. I feel like him with Paulson Adebo would solve a lot of our problems. Big passing attack here. I like it. Is that Joshua Zudu? All right, 3rd and 4. Let's get the first down here. Nice, Dante. Go, baby. I really want him to get a touchdown. Yes, Turbo is a blur. Ravens are up over the Cowboys. Good. I love it. Has Lamar Jackson played at all? I know he's not playing tonight, or he hasn't played tonight yet. I assume he would have started if they were going to. But I don't think he played last week, did he? He might have. Okay, Ravens. No. Interesting. It is a Zudo out there. I knew it. At least he's not at tackle, thank God. I mean, if I was born as an Eagles fan, I wouldn't know any different, right? I would still be an Eagles fan. I always joke that thank God my grandpa wasn't a Jets fan because my life would be way worse. So at least I was born a Giants fan. Could have been. Yes, this is a good point, undefined. Kafka's calling plays from the field where the last time he called the plays, he was sitting up in the booth. Now, they might just do this during preseason. I don't know if it changed during the regular season, but Dable was asked about it, or maybe Kafka was asked about it, and he said something that like they're just trying something different. He likes being down on the field and having someone up above so they have eyes on both sides. Yeah, my brother, Turbo's a playmaker, has to make the team. 26 is washed. My whole group chat shocked that we can run a successful screen grab. Dolchich with the touchdown. I want Turbo to get a touchdown, but I love it. It's still early. Yes, JMS played with the ones. From what I saw, I think he looked okay. He didn't look bad enough that any of the quarterbacks got sacked and that I was like, oh, here goes JMS again, right? Joe Shane was saying on the broadcast last week, he was asked about Marcus Bowe, and he said, the best thing about Marcus Bowe is that I don't hear about him. And I think that's what you want from an offensive lineman, right? Like, you don't want to hear that they got a penalty, that the quarterback got sacked because he got blown up, things like that. We all are obsessed with the offensive line because they've always been a problem. So, but the best thing is like, I don't want to hear anything about the offensive line because they're doing their job and they're not doing anything wrong. Feels good to win, guys. Seeing Cooper Rush carve up the cowgirls is so poetic. I love that for him. Yes, Giants winning 14-10. Heard Bellinger could be on the out. Someone said the team may trade him. They have a really good tight end room, and I don't know if they're going to keep 4. What I will say is I originally thought that Manhurts was going to be a shoo-in for this team, but I have barely seen him play during preseason, and the offensive line has been blocking well enough that they haven't had to use him every play or every other play as a blocker. And I think that means that he might not make the 53, where I originally had him, yes, definitely making it. Because now, if you keep the other 3 guys, if you keep Fedoni, Theo, and Bellinger, all of them have blocking capabilities. So you don't need Manhurts, who's mostly used as a blocker. I don't know. It's interesting, but I think that's going to be the case. Yes, proud once again to be a Giants fan. Yes, Fedoni had a really good game last week. I feel like we haven't seen him yet. He might not go in until Jameis Winston goes in. I feel like he got most of his targets with the 3s. But when he got the ball, he made some really nice plays. He's very athletic. And I don't think Bellinger, I feel like, didn't get any snaps tonight. Living up to his last name, Dart with the darts. I love it. Jets blew out the Packers last preseason game, though. Yeah, and unfortunately, that didn't really translate. Wow, Cardinals kicker hits a 72-yarder in pregame warmups. These kickers are out of control. My brothers are reading our minds. Bellinger is done. He just sends to the group chat. I don't think JMS is going to be good enough to be the best center in the NFL, but even if he's above average, I'll be happy with him. That's all I need. Again, special teams. My God, how many people does it take to tackle? We got to get a turbo touchdown at some point. Oh, no, I love Cody Bellinger. I think the Yankees need to re-sign him. Mm. That tight end looks like Weird Al. You're not wrong. Jake Elliott kicked a 60-yard field goal to beat the Giants. Ugh. That, and when Graham Gano was on the Panthers and kicked a 63-yarder to also beat the Giants. Remember that vividly. Yes, Giants keep giving up the middle of the field. I don't know. Something that they have seen, it seemed to be a problem with them for a while. I don't know if it's just bad coverage or what. Oh, man. Another missed tackle. Yes, the Giants are the home team tonight. What is harder to watch, OT or game-winning field goal? Ooh, probably OT just because it lasts longer. Like at least a game-winning field goal, it's over, right? Like you kick the field goal and you move on. Overtime, it's like you have to suffer through another, 10 minutes of football and like hoping your team gets it together enough to win. Can we have a 53-man roster with 4 running backs, 3 quarterbacks, and 4 tight ends? Well, the third quarterback as the emergency quarterback, I think it still counts towards the 53, which I wish they didn't do that. I think that they would keep one or the other, 4 running backs or 4 tight ends. I don't think they would do both. But I guess they could do 9 offensive linemen. They could make it work if that's, I think, what they really wanted to do. Oh, damn it. You guys are ahead of me. It's 3rd and 4. Don't tell me. I hope it's my guy, Nick Jones. Nice. Makari Page. Okay, Makari Page is a UDFA out of Michigan, and even though I hate Michigan, I like Makari Page. I saw him at the Senior Bowl. He did some good things, and he did it. He's been like kind of on and off throughout camp and whatnot, but I was just kind of like rooting for him as a UDFA. Great play. Love it. Also, Makari Page has a lot of good physical traits, size, and things like that. But up until now, he hasn't really made any noteworthy plays, so love it. All right, should we go back to the Yanks for a second? Glad they finally changed the OT rules. Yes, I am glad they finally did that, because that whole thing with, again, the Bills and the Chiefs, the Bills need to get their shit together, because I'm so sick of them losing by the skin of their teeth to the Chiefs every damn time. Like, figure it out, Sean McDermott, but I am glad they changed it. My t-shirt is a Danny Dime shirt. It's very soft and cozy. I haven't worn it in a while, and I was like, tonight's the night, because it's preseason. Yes, I did know about Cooper DeJean, and I really liked Cooper DeJean. I was in Brigantine, which, for those of you who don't know, is a Jersey Shore point. It's near Atlantic City. I was there for July 4th, and it's like eagle shit everywhere. So obnoxious. And one of the delis that we went to has a Cooper DeJean sandwich. It's like the first thing you see when you go in. I'm like, oh my God, leave me alone. I've had enough of the Eagles shit. Jason Dominguez. Jason Dominguez with the single. All right, back to the Giants. Out with Times, in with Dart. I am going to make merch that has like Jackson Dart stuff on it. I just haven't really figured it out what it is. KC was not supposed to be in the Super Bowl last year. I know. Kansas City cheaters. They are cheaters. I hated the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, but that Super Bowl matchup to me was like my nightmare. Like between the Chiefs and the Eagles, like couldn't have been a worse pairing. I would have rather seen the Cowboys. But just atrocious all around. I hated it. I wanted it to end in a tie. I think that would have been the best case scenario. There's Fedoni. Yes, Dart t-shirts should be selling like crazy. I know. I haven't figured out what I wanted to do. I kind of like the like time to Darty or like let's Darty instead of party. I feel like that's kind of funny. And then I was also going to do like throw in with like a dart board, you know, like the dart like emoji type of thing. Gunner. Nice catch. I'm still deciding. If you guys have a preference, let me know. Is Page free safety or strong safety? I keep him over Wallace or Johnson, top 3, Newman, Holland, and Belton. I don't know about Makari Page. If anyone who watched, there was a Michigan fan in here, Steve, I think. If you know, let me know. I didn't watch enough Michigan to honestly know. I think when I looked, here's Juice Wells, they just had him listed as a safety. So maybe he's versatile and they can use him in both ways. Yes, Brigantine is heavy Eagles country. Very unfortunate for us Giants fans. Yes, Dart is looking good. You cannot deny almost everyone's rooting for the Eagles. I know. Everyone is so, I agree. Everyone was rooting for the Eagles because we hate the Chiefs. Cowboys versus Jets Super Bowl would be my personal hell. Thankfully, it will probably never happen. That would be, I'm with you. That would be a really awful, like, I would not want to watch that Super Bowl either. My next door neighbor is an Eagles fan, and I'm not happy that they played against KC. Horrible pairing. Agreed. I don't think there was any, like, Eagles fans and Chiefs fans were the only people who liked it. Everyone else was like, this sucks. Go Turbo. Get the first every time. Love it. I think Evan Neal is still in at right guard. Yeah, he is. Oh, Marcus Bowe got beat on that one. As a Giants and Raiders fan, that Super Bowl was sickening. Everything about it was awful. I'm so over the Chiefs. They're just the worst. Barry, I have definitely seen that SNL skit. It's one of my favorites. Will Ferrell on SNL, one of the best. Ooh, dirt, run it. Oh my God, why did you lower your head like that? No, you don't see anything? Okay, sorry. I was just talking to my husband. That cowbell skit. Oh, so good. Dart scores this drive. He starts week 1. No. He's playing against backups. I think Dart is going to be good, guys, but let's not rush it, okay? What I want to see is more Dart, more Winston, less DeVito. That's what I want to see. And I can't understand why they still have Tommy DeVito on this team. Like, I get it. You have to keep him there for now in case of injury. But also, did you guys see that Dart said that on the plane or like after the game, he went up to all the offensive linemen and told them that he was so, maybe it was when he was watching film after, I don't know. But he went to all of them and said that he was so impressed with their blocking skills and how they opened up the game for him. And he just was like gushing about the offensive line. Just so nice. Juice Wells with the stiff arm. Thanks, love. Thank you. Thanks. Wait, do you want to take this too? Please. Thanks.
I got it.
Give it to Turbo. The thing that I like about this game is that all of the wide receivers who've been involved have really been making some nice plays out there. Turbo, get it, go. Damn it. It's this close. Turbo looks like he gets knocked out every time he gets tackled. He better not. We need him. Evan Neal on the ground. What are you doing, bro? Ooh, my favorite type of burger. They're letting Dart. Why didn't you give it to Turbo? It's fine. Dart gets the touchdown. I like it. Do you think Josina Anderson she'd be like, Shador Sanders can do that. I hope MetLife erupted for that. First touchdown at home. Love it. Okay. Anyway, what was the question? All right. Type of burger. I love like a plain, like regular cheeseburger, a burger with American or cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomato, ketchup. So good. And then I also love, there's this place that we go to that basically just has a ton of burgers, and they have this one that has like chips on it and French onion dip, also epic. And then I sometimes make my own burger. You guys are going to crucify me for this. I'll do like lettuce, tomato, pineapple, avocado, and honey mustard. Don't knock it till you try it. It's so good. Just trust. It's delicious. I also love blue cheese, like blue cheese and caramelized onion on a burger also slays. So good. Neal with the nice push on the touchdown. Love that. Dart definitely got swag. 100%. He does. It's just fun that he's like bringing life into this team. Him, Abdul Carter, a lot of the young guys are really bringing like life into it. And look, we've talked about this on Giants Collective, for those of you who watch that too. We talked about how, this team seems like they're really close and they've done bowling. And, some of the players talk about how they watch film at home together and they spend a lot of time together and seem to have really good relationships. Russell has a handshake with literally every offensive player. Jackson Dart and Scattaboo come out of the locker room together every time. Dart and Abdul Carter have a Star Wars handshake. Like, all of that stuff doesn't matter if they lose games, right? But it just kind of feels like there's a different type of energy that I hope is going to be translated on the field. This is the green tea and vodka Surfside. I like this one. Kind of looks like lemonade, but it's good. The peach iced tea is also very good. And if you like the lemonade, whatever is good. She probably deleted her account. Oh, did we ever get so lucky? What's a Juicy Lucy burger? I'm 10 minutes behind you guys. What? My husband said that I was like 30 seconds behind the TV downstairs. I'm on the Apple TV. I don't know how to change it. Ooh, black bean burger with spicy guac. Black bean burger is also really good. I also don't hate a turkey burger. Not as good as a regular burger, but I'll eat it sometimes if I want to be like extra healthy. Nick Jones on special teams too. I also like pineapple on pizza. And as an Italian, I know that is unheard of, but it's good. Wandale and Hyatt suck ass. They're straight Suki, second and third rounders. No, they don't. Wandale is fine. He's not great, but he's fine. He's in the last year of his contract. He's probably not going to be a Giant next year. I do think he's going to be a lot better this year with Russ as his quarterback, but he needs to clean up the drops. No doubt about that. Fresh ground burgers, 25% cooked bacon. Ooh, that sounds good. My husband always does bacon with his burger. So good. BLT. Oh, so good. Yo, Dable is obsessed with Jackson Dart. I didn't see him smiling for Dart, but the way he talks about him in press conferences, I'm like, I think we're going to see Dart earlier than we expected. If Russell Wilson is bad. Oh, Nick Jones on the blitz. Please catch that. Not you. Nick Jones, baby. I really want him to make the roster. He's done a really nice job. Anyway, the way that Dable talks about Jackson Dart and the way that he's really improved week after week, I think that there's a chance that we see Dart before the bye, and this is what I think it will be. If the Giants, maybe there's two scenarios. What is the bye week? Week 12. If the Giants are 6-6, but Dable will do his we want to spark because we're still in it. I could see him putting in Dart, and I can also see the scenario where they're 4-8, and they're out of playoff contention, and he just wants to give Dart more reps. Here we go. Ari Marov just tweeted this. Giants quarterback Jackson Dart versus the Jets. 14 out of 16 passing, 87.5%, 137 passing yards, 2 total touchdowns, 1 passing, 1 rushing, 0 interceptions. Now, it's against backups. Everyone remember that before you come in here saying we need to start him amazing. We need to start him because he's that good. Oh, Jameis Winston is coming in. Okay. No more Dart. Steak burgers are also good. I agree. Yes, the green tea is good, right? I like it because it's not very sweet. Yes, Dable is freed from the Duke quarterback. Yes. Juicy Lucy. Oh, it's when you have the cheese in the middle of the meat. Did not know that. I love that type of burger too. Oh, okay. Nija is that far behind us, not me. Fios is not available where I live in Connecticut. It's very depressing. We have Optimum. Not great. Bloomin' onion, not really my thing. Like Funyuns, not really for me. Scat has not been practicing. So apparently he injured his hamstring in the spring and then was back to practice at training camp and was doing great, but then he re-aggravated it and he's been out ever since. And now Jordan Renan said that he might not even be ready for week 1, which I really hope he's wrong. But that would be unfortunate. I like buffalo chicken pizza. So good. Thank you, Nisha. We love to shit on Cowboys fans and Giants Collective. This is very fun. I think I'm like a classic mashed potatoes type. I'm not like a huge mashed potatoes eater. But I like a classic with maybe a little cheese and chives. Flannel guy Dable. Oh my god. Dable better win games early. Yes, I agree. Oh, 7 strikeouts. Nice. I hit my Sonny Gray number of strikeouts. I agree we should let Dart sit a bit, but I plan on going to the Saints game week 5. I would love to see Dart and Shuck in the Superdome. I feel you on that. If the Giants are 2-2, like we're not going to see Dart. If we're 0-4, will we see Dart maybe that early? I would like to think if we're 0-4, I don't know. He might pull his, like, we put him in there to have a spark, so maybe we can win games and have a shot at the playoffs. Who knows? Or he might just go straight to Jameis and then to Dart. But I don't think we're going to be 0-4. I think he will work Dart into games for a few plays. He absolutely could do that. As a fellow Italian, pineapple definitely belongs on pizza. I've been all over Italy, and I've seen crazier things on pizza than pineapple. That is fair. The sardines on pizza in Italy, not for me. Oh, Glennie, with Fubo, can you get cable? Because we have Optimum because we wanted cable, and we do like our internet and TV package together. And we also have Red Zone and stuff like that. We have options for other internet providers, but we don't have options for other cable. Like we can't get Fios or something like that, which I always had Fios and thought it was great. Yes, Dart is only going to get better. I agree. Giants are going to rock the NFL. Man, I hope so. The crowd will be chanting for Dart at home games. I think an Eli-like move will be made sooner rather than later. I think there are some circumstances that will happen around that, but I do think it's a possibility. Might as well put pine cones on pizza. Shea, you're hyped. You love Dart. I'm with you. I got to say, the more I see out of Dart, the more I really like him and am excited about him. I love lobster rolls. I just watched a video today of, I don't know if you guys follow them. They're called Sister Snacking on TikTok and I think Instagram too. They did their top 10 lobster rolls in Connecticut and I was like drooling. I was like, I need to go to all of these places. Yes, I'm against the tush push. Wait till you hear what I have to say about this in the fan versus hater, Harris, because I go on for 2 minutes about it. Just shitting on the Eagles fan about it. I don't know if I will get a Dart jersey. The only reason why is because I'm so scarred from like buying jerseys of Giants players and then they either get injured or they suck or they get traded. So I'm kind of like afraid to get any current player jersey, not just Dart. Like I kind of want a Scat and an Abdul Carter jersey, but I'm like afraid to buy one. So I might just have to wait on those. I'm with you. I don't love mushrooms on pizza either. I think we do have optimum fiber. Dedication. I even go live for preseason. I figure I'm home watching anyway. Frontier for internet. Oh, Fubu runs through Frontier. So okay. Jermaine Terry. Okay. So we were like this close to thinking about switching over to Frontier, but the reason that we didn't is because we were not going to save a lot of money. And we were like, we might as well just stick with Optimum because we get all the things that we already want. I know a Scat jersey I feel like is so good. It would be so good. Jameis. Dropped. Ooh, what are you going to order from Chili's? Ooh, chicken parm sandwich also sounds good. Harris, the fan versus hater, you have to like apply and be selected for it. They are doing a Cowboys one soon, which I think I'm also going to apply for. Optimum does suck, but what I will say, knock on wood, we have had Optimum since we lived here. And like the first year, we had a bunch of issues with it. And then we got a new modem and we haven't had any issues, I'm afraid to say. I have been to Frankie and Pepe. I have not been to Sally's. Frankie and Pepe is good. I'm like not that particular with pizza. Like I like a wood-fired pizza that has a thicker crust. And that's it. Like Dalen Cambry, hell of a catch. Not a touchdown, but it was close. Wow. That was a nice catch, you guys. Smith, Brown, Hurts, Goddard jersey. So we were making fun of the Eagles fan because he's so obsessed with Jalen Hurts and didn't have it. He was wearing a Cunningham jersey. And we were like, bro, you don't even like Jalen Hurts that much. You don't even have a Jalen Hurts jersey. So fun. Okay. Wait, I wanted to post this on Instagram. Come on, Jameis, get that other touchdown. I think the chicken parm sandwich was not from Chili's, but I could be wrong on that. Oh, Trey Lance just threw a good throw, I think. Fiber internet is good for uploading faster. Yes, I think that was the only thing. Okay. That was the only thing that was going to be different, was that the internet would have been a little bit faster, but we don't have any issues with our internet now. And I was like, I just feel like if we switch this over, we're going to have a slew of issues. Come on, Turbo. Timeout. I'm going to have to go back and watch Marcus Bowe's snaps. I only saw one so far that I've like paid attention to that I was like, this is not great. But I think overall he's been pretty good. Has anyone else noticed Marcus Bowe, the left tackle, number 71? I know, Dimes Prods, that you are joking with that comment. I do like Colony, Glenny, but I like Colony not because I like thin crust pizza, because I don't. I like Colony because I get their salad pizza, which I feel like a lot of other pizza places don't have. And I love a salad pizza. So the one from Colony, I think, is the best. I always get the same thing when I go there. And it's always the salad pizza. But if I want like a white pizza or like just a regular cheese pizza with a thicker crust, no Colony, I'm going to like a brick oven place. I used to really like Brick and Wood. It's no longer there. Jude makes the kick. Look at this, guys. We put up 24 points today so far, and it's not even the fourth quarter yet. Dart risks himself on the run too much at this point. My opinion is the longer he can sit on the bench with the G-Man winning, the more likely he ends up his rookie year good to go. I agree. I think that's something he still needs to improve upon, is that he's got that like competitive fire to him, which is great, right? But what's not great is if you do that 10 times in a row and then get injured and then you can't come back on the field. So that like really needs to be drilled into his head, that like it's great that you're competitive, but you cannot do it to your detriment. You have to be able to slide and get the hell out of the way when you can. So I agree. I have a big concern with him about that. This is a good tweet from Dan Duggan. That is a completely different offense than we've seen most of camp and when Russell Wilson is running the show. Jackson Dart very comfortable with the up-tempo pace from Ole Miss. Just good, quick decisions repeatedly. Oh no, what happened to the Yanks? They were just winning 6-5. If you do the Cowgirls hater stream, do the joke about changing the website. I will. I'll have to remember that when I do it, but I'm going to apply for it and see if I end up getting it. Wait, what happened to the Yanks? Slight edge for Sally's over Frank and Pepe's, would not kick either pizzas out of bed. That's fair. Chicken strips with fries. Oh, so good. Oh, my husband is in the chat. Yanks had bases loaded, no outs. Ben Rice just hit a 3-run double. Ben fucking Rice, man. He also hit a 3-run homer earlier. I should have bet on Ben Rice to hit a homer. But I think I'm looking pretty good for my parlay. I just need Jazz. You bum. I just need a single from Jazz. Jackson Dart said Hurts is one of the quarterbacks he admires and models his game after. I did see that he said that. Yes, I did meet Shea LSU jersey at camp. All right, I'm going to go back to the Yankees game now. I did not have the clam pizza. What kind of pizza? I think we just got like pepperoni. We got it after a night at the casino when we were like kind of drunk. So I think it was just cheese and pepperoni. But I love a clam pizza, so I'll have to try that from Pepe's. I love linguine and clam sauce. Oh, it's so good. That's not true, Giants guy. Dart got reps with the starters in this game tonight in the second quarter. He got it with the starting Giants offense. So the starting offensive line, Theo Johnson, Bo Collins, Wan'Dale Robinson, I think was out there for a couple snaps with him. And I think it was still the Jets starting defense if the Giants starters were still out there. Winston with rookie likes mistakes. It's all good and well for the vibes in the team. Yes, but I would rather have Dart. I mean, I would rather have Winston than DeVito. But yeah, I get it. We know what Jameis is. He makes the same mistakes over and over. I just think that he brings more value to the team than DeVito does. Come on, Jazz, get a single. It's the LSU jersey. I remember. It was a good one. Because it's funny because so many people at camp are all wearing Giants jerseys. When you see something other than Giants, I'm like, LSU jersey, always good. Reporter asked Dak about the rival and Eagles winning a Super Bowl. He said the rival is more so the fans thing. We as players root for each other and there is no rival. No, I don't agree with that. I mean, look, I think it's the NFL is different now in the sense that the players are kind of like buddy because some of them spend a lot of time together in college or they know each other from outside of football or whatever. Like they do the jersey swaps and stuff like that. So it's definitely different. I've heard Carl Banks talk about this too, where he was like, when we suited up and we were on the field, the players on the opposite team were the enemy. Like I would never be nice to them. But now it is different. But I still think there's a rivalry there, but the players aren't like, we want to kill each other, which is like a little unfortunate. I would rather start Winston than Russ. I think Russ is going to be good. We have to do that. We have to start him. I'd keep DeVito just for the nickname. I left Ben Rice. You do fantasy baseball? Yeah, I mean, I said that about Dart before, like that majority of his reps have been against the twos, but it doesn't mean that he's not a good quarterback and you should devalue everything that he did during the game. I'm saying that's why I wouldn't start him yet because he hasn't done what he's done against a bunch of starters for every rep for a whole game yet. How's your team, Glennie? Are they good? I did bet on Jazz to hit a homer last night, and he did it. So I'm like, can you just get a single tonight, please? You're going to ruin my 5-leg parlay. Which is unfortunate, but I don't really care. He didn't bet a lot of money. I'm just shitting on him. I hate when they start hugging, kissing, and acting all fresh. I know. I'm like, I want the Carl Banks type of attitude. Like when we're on the field, you're my literal rival, and all I want to do is beat the living shit out of you. That's what I want all of these players to feel. I don't want them high-fiving, talking in between plays. Like last year during was it the season opener? When it was this No, it wasn't the season opener because they opened against the Vikings. When the Giants played the Commanders last year, I think it was the second game in the season, and it was about to go to overtime or something. And Malik Neighbors is on the Commander's side talking to Jaden Daniels. I'm like, I don't give a living shit that you love Jaden Daniels. You guys can be all buddy all you want, except during the 60 minutes of the football team. What the hell are you doing on the Commander's side talking and being nice to your friend? No, we're in the middle of a football game. He's your enemy for 60 minutes, and then you guys can be buddy. I don't like that. It's unacceptable. When you do fantasy drafts, do you pick players and you think your team is awesome? 100%. Sometimes I have drafts where I'm like, ugh, that didn't go the way that I wanted it to. But like last year, I thought I had a really good draft. Like I liked a lot of the players that I got. And then my Yahoo rating was like a C+. And I was like, you suck. It wasn't that bad. Jerry Jones is an absolute idiot. I hope that he lives forever because he's the reason why the Cowboys will never succeed. So I hope that he never dies. But I'm just like, what are you doing with Micah? Like he literally said he's just stirring up drama because they're not in the news, which is not a good way to handle business. And I'm on Team Micah here. I think he should get the hell out of there. I think you should tell Jerry Jones to piss off with the disrespect and, get traded. But he'll probably end up signing him. He'll pay him a shitload of more money than he probably wanted to. But he could save himself the trouble if he actually just did it early, like a normal person. But he's a dummy. I don't think Washington is going to trade McLaurin. He's like, their offense is not the same without him. So they need him. I love Jaden Daniels, and I think the fact that him and Neighbors are close is great. And they can be besties 24/7 outside of the 120 minutes that they play each other this year. Outside of that, I don't care what they do. But during the game, no, you're enemies. You can't be shooting the shit on the sidelines together. That's not how it works. For some reason, there are always players who slip through the cracks. Oh, always. I know the draft. It's just sometimes it just doesn't fall how you want it to. I know. I hope Neighbors doesn't leave for Washington because of Jaden. If the Giants start winning, he will be happy. Ultimately, he wants the ball and he wants to win. And if both of those things happen, he's going to be thrilled. Last year after the Colts game, he was so happy. He had his first, I think, over 100-yard receiving game on the season. Had a touchdown. So yeah. Hello, John. Welcome. Thank you. I'm with you. I'm getting excited about Dart. I'm not excited enough that I want to see him week 1, but he's looking better than I thought he was going to look. So I'll take that. Oh my God. Parsons and Abdul. Oh, that would be amazing. Come on, let's get a stop here. Donovan Edwards from Michigan. I think that's his. I used to be jealous of Cowboys fans for having Micah. I know. And now we have Carter. Carter's going to be so good. Also, the way that Micah talks about him, I'm like, takes one to know one, right? Micah, one of the best in the league. The fact that he's been so hyped about Carter, I'm like, yes, I love it. According to Pretty Ricky, the McLaurin extension is being finalized. Really? Who's Pretty Ricky? Kayvon and picks for Parsons, I would do it. Listen, I like Kayvon. I think he's going to have a good year this year. But would I take Micah Parsons over him? Any day. Who wouldn't? Parsons is a PA guy. He's Sixers and Phillies. Yeah, but the you think the Cowboys are going to trade him to the Eagles? No chance. No chance. Damn it. That was a nice catch. Is he injured? Oh, is he okay? Or is he just like celebrating? Yeah, that's a hell of a grab. Jerry Jones for all we got to do is sit here with the soda. Wait, the Jerry Springer show is on at Dallas. That is so true. He's just such a clown. Like, if I was Jerry Jones, I mean, if I was Micah Parsons or like any of these guys on the Cowboys, I would just be so pissed. Just be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Get it together. Until I see it by ESPN, yeah, our actual reporter about McLaurin. Agreed. I think people only think that because they took him off the PUP list. But then Dan Quinn said to the media, like, this is just in preparation that he signs, but we're not any closer right now. Yeah, if Jones is a dummy, he could walk. I think, though, that, you know what wouldn't surprise me is if Jerry Jones tags him. Which, again, not saving any money by doing that, but stupid. Micah might be a bear. He is a beast, that's for sure. The crit master, Jerry Jones. Literally, that guy, I hope he lives to 100. All right, I gotta switch my tea time. Here we go. This is what I want. Max Fried. Why? What happened, Brian? Oh, Fried just gave up a 2-run homer. Damn it. Fried is still, are they in the 7th or are they still in the 6th and he's still pitching? All right, it's 9-7. How many? I got 6 strikeouts. That's all I needed for my parlay. No way. Jerry Jones is going to die as the owner. No chance he gives it up. Would season tickets go up if Dart is legit? I don't think there's actually a lot of season tickets available. I keep getting emails from people at the Giants being like, we know you're a fan. Are you interested in season tickets? So the PSL, I don't think changes. They changed how the tickets work. So it used to be that the tickets for every home game were the same price, but now they changed it so the face value of the tickets is different per game. So the Eagles game at home is more expensive than the Chargers game and vice versa. So keep that in mind. I don't know if that matters to you, but just wanted to throw that out there. Oh my God, Wawa's the best. Congrats, Harris. That's awesome. Hoagie Fest? Nothing like it. Their cold brew is really good too. He threw 94 pitches. Damn. Jerry Jones looks like the Crypt Keeper's son from Tales from the Crypt. Jerry Jones. Like I said, I hope the guy lives forever. It's kind of crazy that Dart is our quarterback. I remember December you were talking about him being the best quarterback under pressure. That is one of the best things about Jackson Dart, and we've seen it so far in these games, which is nice that it's still translating at the NFL level. Yeah, he's done a really nice job, Dart, so far, but got to do it against starters. The Yankees should have fired Boone so long ago. The way that he mismanages literally everything, I'm like, if they're so worried about, there's Turbo again, take it to the house. If they're so worried about, like a guy who's an analytics guy, you're going to tell me you can't find anyone else to be the manager of the Yankees who's also on board with analytics? It's not that hard. Yes, we're looking good this preseason. Hopefully, we're going to be doing great this year. I agree. I really hope it translates to the NFL, to the regular season. I do. Anyway, I'm getting, the more I see a from Dart, the more I like him. That's for sure. I don't know anyone who works at Wawa. So there's not any Wawas in Connecticut. And there's only one that I know of in North Jersey near my parents' house, but I don't know anyone who works over there. Jameis. Oh, that would have been a nice grab by Cambry. I know I love Turbo. He is so good. Ooh, given the choice of Dart, Carter, or Scat, which jersey would you get first? Probably Carter, because he's going to be playing. Out of those three guys, he's going to get the most snaps in the beginning of the season. And I'm so excited about Carter. But I think you can't go wrong with any of them. If you were between any of them, I think they're all good choices. Look at this offensive line, guys. Jameis had a lot of time. I don't know what is going on with Boone. I just don't understand why. Also, they extended him. Yes, number 5 is Dalen Cambry. Also a special teamer. The Giants signed him this offseason. Nice. Zach Pascal? Or no, yeah. Here we go. Turbo touchdown. Nice. I don't think there are any Little Caesars by me. I don't know if I've ever had Little Caesars. You think Jerry Jones's son is worse than Jerry? Really? If he's as stubborn as Jerry is, then we'll be in good shape if he takes over or when he takes over. Turbo, Turbo, go, go, go. Damn it. That wasn't Turbo. What would you do if Banks makes another business decision and does not tackle? If I were the coach, I would yank his ass off the field and say, "You're done, my guy. Cordell Flott, let's go." I know, me too. I just want to see this team start out on a winning note this year. I agree. Look, they can beat the Commanders. There's no reason why they can't. So I would love to see them do it. Ooh, Jameis. Ooh, Jameis. All right, threw it away. Smart decision. I know Boone should ask ChatGPT for advice. I think they'd do better. They probably would have told him not to put Nestor Cortez in to start a World Series game after not pitching for months. Yes, Boone's ideas of rotation is killing the Yankees. He's just so bad at so many things. It's very unfortunate. Trade him to the Ravens for J.R. Alexander. We could have had J.R. Alexander. He was a free agent. Nice. There we go. Put Turbo back in for the touchdown. Yes, hand it off to Turbo. I'm with you. No, they have Jonathan Ward in the backfield. Why? Why do you have? Oh no, that's okay. That's Pascal, Cambry. Who's next to Cambry? Juice Wells again, maybe. Take Ward off that field right now. Guys, I just really want Turbo to get the touchdown. All right, hold on. I want to go to the stats here. Hello, Winnie. Welcome. Oh, Jameis Winston with the touchdown. Love it, guys. Again, another preseason game where we're putting up 30 points. And I know it's just preseason, but we've gone a long time during preseason where we have not put up 30 points in back-to-back weeks, no less. All right, what was I just going to look at? Dante Miller is number 2 behind Bo Collins. Bo Collins had 80 yards receiving. Turbo has 43. I know, 30 points, right? Yankees live and die by the home run. It's so true. That's all they care about. I'm like, you can't expect to win every game doing that. All right, guys, I will be right back. Just need a quick little break here. I'm going to put up my little be right back sign. Okay, we're back. Okay. I don't think the Giants are going to trade Banks. I think he hasn't done enough to prove that if he's another team or if he goes to another team, he's like worthy of being traded for. But he has to get his shit together. And I don't know why he won't. I hope that he does. I hope that this injury and seeing Cordell Flott play well is enough for him to be like, oh, if I want to stay in this league and actually do what I love, I better get it together. I'm also impressed with the O-line. They've done a really nice job tonight. Yep. Triple putt pat. I don't care. It's preseason. Love to see 30 points back-to-back weeks. Totally agree. Good night, Papa Bear. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm pushing all my chips to the middle of the table. This team is going to the playoffs. Jim Fassel. Love it. Please tell me that Boone did not just put Devin Williams in. I don't think Jackson Dart will do enough to be quarterback one week one. We're going to see Russell Wilson. We're going to see how things go. But Dart is making a good case for himself. Wow, good coverage. Making a good case for himself that maybe he'll be quarterback two. Texas versus OSU is going to be good. OSU lost Will Howard, though. I wonder who the quarterback is this year. Flannel guy. Oh, he did put in Williams. He's looking good, actually. Let's hope so. I guess they put him in the 7th inning as opposed to the 9th. Thank you, Michael. Yes, Big Blue played well on both sides of the ball. Definitely a couple concerns from defense. They gave up some big plays and not great at stopping the run, but most of that was with the backups. So I know people are like, oh, they gave up a bunch of chunk plays, but a lot of them were backups. So obviously still a little concerned about the cornerbacks, but we didn't see Tyler Nubin tonight. We didn't see Dexter. Hell yeah. KJ Cloyd. Nice tackle. Yes, I think coaching matters a lot. I think that's one of the reasons why the Giants have been so bad, because they've had bad coaching. They've brought in guys with good talent. They just can't figure out how to take it to the next level and how to win. But they have a new cornerbacks coach this year. And I think that's going to help Tay Banks. He's injured. That's why he's not playing tonight. He didn't get benched. He hasn't seemed to have any attitude issues during the year so far. It seems like he's in a much better headspace this year. He's been doing well. One of the biggest problems with him is that he just doesn't turn his head around. I know I'm excited for college football. If the Giants score 40 points a lot during the regular season, we're going to the playoffs. Wow, Williams, 3 strikeouts. Love it. Is anyone else not too worried about our schedule? I understand it will be difficult, but I don't know. I feel like the Giants have a chance at being good this year, and the schedule will only make us better. Iron sharpens iron kind of mentality. I think that, yes, the schedule is hard, but this team is much better than it was last year. And I think the fans are the only people who are worried about the schedule. I think players in the NFL don't care. It's a week-to-week league. If week 1 Jaden Daniels gets hurt, that's a completely different team than they're playing than with Jaden Daniels. So you never know what's going to happen. So I think that's a big part of it. I think we've seen so far this team is more competitive than what we've seen in the past. And then if they continue to do that week in and week out, there's no reason why they shouldn't win a couple more games than were expected. But looking at this team, they're not winning 2 games. They're winning way more than that. I don't know what they're going to do about week 3. I think the Giants will play. I think we're going to see a lot of Dart. I don't know if we'll see any other starters. So I don't know what the Pats are going to do. The Pats played Drake May week 1 of the preseason. I don't know if he's played anymore. Nice. McMahon just hit a solo homer. Love it. Yes. Barry is so right. When we start the season, the Giants have to keep the same energy and cut out the undisciplined plays. Less penalties, more smart decision. Oh, I would love it if we beat the Chiefs. If we beat the Chiefs, we're going to the playoffs. So I don't care if we're 0-2. If we beat the Chiefs, we're turning it around from there. I agree, Shea. Just hope when Dart does start, the competition isn't too hard. Want him to be challenged, but don't want him to put in an impossible situation where his confidence is crushed. That's one of the reasons why I don't think they should rush him. Every week he's getting better, he's learning and he's growing and improving, which is so important. But it's not the regular season. He's not playing against starters. He's not playing against the best players in the NFL, which is what he's going to do from week 1 to 17. Wow, Tommy DeVito ripped it to Jordan Bly. That was a hell of a throw. That was nice. I am drinking Surfside green tea and vodka, and my snack are these Smart Sweets. They're pretty good. They're not the same as what's it called? The sour watermelons, but they're good enough. Favorite ice cream flavor? I love mint chocolate chip, or I love like a chocolate peanut butter or a fish food, or like half baked from Ben and Jerry's. Oh, so good. Oh, that was almost picked off. Oh shit, he caught that? This Giants team has been fun to watch the last couple weeks. Let's hope it stays up. Wow, right in his hands. That was a very easy interception. Yes. I hope they take their time with Dart and don't rush him out there too soon. I agree. What I will say is the offensive line is looking pretty good. If they can do that in regular seasons, that's going to be something that helps Jackson Dart if he ends up getting more playing time than we expect this year. One of the issues that we always had with Jones is that he was dealing with a bad offensive line for, how about a pick 6 here? Wouldn't that be nice? He was dealing with a pretty bad offensive line for a lot of his career. And I think when you start with a bad offensive line that early and then you get injured and have all these types of issues, it's hard to come back from that. I think we're all scared from the Daniel Jones experiment. But I do think that at least for right now, Dart is in a much better situation with the Giants than Jones was when he came in. Good night, Barry. Thank you for joining me. If we cut DeVito, Jets are for sure going to sign him. They might. Someone will. Maybe. Mint chocolate chip is so underrated. I don't know why people don't like it. Also, have you ever had the mint chip Orbit gum? It's so good. Yes, I love an egg sandwich with Taylor ham or bacon or sausage, bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. Oh, nothing better. Wide receiver needed to come back to the ball. He would have either caught it or drawn the PI. Giants offensive line is already looking better on all layers, from the starters to the third string. Yes, Jones got a sort of PTSD. And the injuries, don't forget, he had 2 neck injuries that were, I don't care what anyone says, a neck injury is serious, regardless of what it is. And I think he also had a concussion at some point. So he dealt with some pretty scary injuries. And I think it's hard to come back from that, especially when your offensive line is not better. And even the last year when it was better, you could just tell he wasn't himself. He wasn't making the throws that he used to make, even though the offensive line was blocking for him. It just sucks. I feel like from day one, if he got drafted to a team in a better situation, he would have had a better career. I don't think that means he would have taken a team to the Super Bowl or the playoffs every year or would have had an amazing record and amazing stats. But I think his career would have been different, and I think it would have been better. I just think it was an unfortunate scenario for everyone. The Giants were not in a great place to draft him. They shouldn't have drafted him 6 overall. Then they do that. He's got a lot of pressure on him to succeed. A lot of people already don't like it. He's from Duke, doesn't have the experience that a lot of other players had coming out, other quarterbacks. So, No, Graham Gano did not play tonight. That's why Jude has been doing all the kicking. But Gano was fine last week, hit all his 50-yarders, so that's probably why. I thought he had a concussion. Yes. It's fun to see the Giants beating up on the Jets. I couldn't agree more. Dart looks spectacular. Dart is very fun to watch. Him and even Winston. Like watching Winston wing the ball down the field, I'm like, this is great. I love it. Thank you. I always kind of felt bad for Jones because I felt like from the get-go, he was just not put in a good scenario. And unless you're a really good football player and you can beat the odds of a not great offensive line, not a lot of great help around you, not a great coach, like it's really hard to beat those odds, especially if you just don't have he's not Joe Burrow, he doesn't have that talent and skill set that, someone like Joe Burrow or some of the other really good starting quarterbacks in the NFL have. So I hope he does well with the Colts. I do. But if I were him, I don't know if I would have went to the Colts, but we'll see. I felt bad for him until we gave him $140 million. Well, he only got to keep 80 of it. I like pound cake. It's not my favorite. I like chocolate croissant better. Yeah, if he was drafted to a better situation, he would have been better. Yeah. I kind of felt for him, I think if he was picked, number 19, or if he was picked later in that round, I don't think things would have been that different, but I think he would have had less pressure and there would have been less hatred. I feel like hatred is a strong word, but I feel like there would have been less animosity maybe from the fan base towards him in the front office if they didn't pick him 6 and picked him later in round 1. There's going to be a push for Dart to start earlier than we think. I agree, but the push is only going to come from the fan base. And it's only going to come if the Giants go 0-4 or have a real losing record, which I don't think they're going to go 0-4. If they go 2-2 and Russ in the offense looks good, no one's going to be begging to see Dart, I don't think. But we'll have to see. No, I would not boo Jones if he came. He went to the Colts. No one cares about the Colts. Yes. I agree, Shaya. Adam Schefter tweeting about Dart. Giants rookie first round Jackson Dart through 2 preseason games. Game 1 at Bills, 12 of 19 passes, 154 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Game 2 versus Jets, 14 of 16 passes, 137 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown, 0 interceptions. I am so North Jersey. I am from there. Ride or die for North Jersey. O-line is better against the pass, but against the run, it still struggles to get push. They did open up a couple good holes for Tracy tonight, but it needs work. Yes, I will definitely be tailgating for that Chiefs game. I am not going into MetLife sober for that game, that's for sure. Yes, that's why people like, I've seen some comments being like, oh, the Giants are going to go 0-17 and get Arch Manning. I'm like, I don't know what world you're living in, but it's certainly not reality. But the Giants would have to be really, really, really awful for them to fire everyone and then get a new quarterback. But yes, if you get a new GM and head coach, they're going to want their own quarterback. Giants play the Pats on Thursday night. Thank you, Wild Wave. I've never been excited about a defense. This line is generational. They're very fun to watch. Guys, the Giants win. We're 2-0 in preseason. Also, what is Brian Burns wearing? What are those Oakley goggles? Also, those diamond studs, bro. Aren't you worried they're going to come out of your ear? 88% completion rate for Dart tonight. Wilson looked great too, except for that pick. Yes, that was a miscommunication with the wide receiver. He was not in the spot that he was supposed to be. He's a UDFA. He's going to make those type of mistakes. Yes, I am one of those people who thinks that Central Jersey doesn't exist. I'm just kidding. Obviously, it's there. It's just no one cares about it. North Jersey is close to New York, has good food, has everything. South Jersey has the beaches. Central Jersey has what? Farmland? We don't care about that. I cut Jersey into threes. We're the new Ravens, undefeated in preseason. There you go. Brian Dable now has a winning record in preseason. Thank you for joining me, Shea. Central Jersey. The comments about Central Jersey are so funny to me. All right, let's catch the rest of this Yankees game. I'm probably going to get off here in a minute or two. My uncle just said, I'm watching Evan Ingram run 58 yards. LOL. I don't even know what team Evan Ingram is on right now. Central Jersey has me. Fair. Judge. Rip that. Guys, can you believe it? We're 2-0 in the preseason. Who would have thunk? And we have a quarterback. Do we? I think we do. But let's see if we get some starting defense, and then we'll see. I don't know if the Pats are going to play their starting defense on Thursday night. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But I like it. I think the Giants are off to a good start. Did Evan Ingram re-sign with the Jags? I don't know. Let's see. He's on the Broncos now. Dolchich might make this team. I don't think we saw Bellinger at all tonight, which is very interesting. But they have some depth at tight end and running back, which is really nice. My uncle, you ready for his text about Evan Ingram? They told viewers he's breaking records there, and they called him sure-handed and super fast. I knew he would become a player when he left us, that bum. That's okay. We are good at tight end. Screw him. I'm telling you, you guys. We're insane, all of us Giants fans. Even if we don't have a quarterback, let me sleep thinking we do. I agree. I think we do. We have at least one, right? At least Russell, is something. I will, Harris. I'm probably going to go to the Thursday night game against the Pats, but if not, I will live stream that. And if I do, then Eagles Cowboys will be the next time I live stream. but I'll probably go live on Instagram before then. Central Jersey is the best. No, South Jersey has the beaches. That's the best part about South Jersey. North Jersey is close to New York City and also has very good food. Yes, Giants won. Have a great night. Thank you, Michael. Thanks for joining me. I know, Grant, I'm with you. 30-point games back to back. I know it's just preseason, but I haven't seen that in 7 years. Dable finally has a winning record in preseason. Wait, did Jazz get a single? Guys, I might have hit my 5-legger. Hold on. We got to see what happened with Jazz here. Jazzy Jazz. Jazz Chisholm. An RBI. RBI. Oh, I love Taylor Ham. Yes, this is the best quarterback room we've had since Sims and Hostetler. Yes, great comeback from the Yankees. I agree. It's like maybe they have some life in them. We haven't seen that much in longer than 7 years. Even under Coughlin's, the Giants tended to run low-scoring vanilla in the preseason. Dable was all smiles for a preseason win. Listen, Dable has to take what he can get, okay? He's had a really rough go with the Giants outside of the first year. And he's also was 5-5 in preseason games. Now he's 6-5, has a winning record. And guys, I think he's just like, I have a quarterback. Like, it took me 3 years with this team, but I finally have a quarterback that I like. So yes, when was the last time the Giants put up 30 points in back-to-back games? I get it's preseason, but that's still amazing. Also, Corey, we're talking about a team that won 3 games last year. So I know it's just preseason, but wins build confidence. And it proves to this team that when they put in hard work, it ends up in results. And, the starters played well. Some of the other players played well. Like, even though they gave up chunks of run yardage, they also gave up some big plays through the air. They only let up 12 points to the Jets. So I think there's still there's still things to be optimistic about, So a win is a win. The Giants need as many as they can get. And I think this is a really good start for them to head into, the next couple years. So yes, confidence and momentum is everything in football. Agreed. Thank you, Aaron. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Enjoy the rest of my night. Thank you all for joining me for the last 3 hours. It's been fun. The Giants get a win. And like I said, if I'm not at the Giants Pats on Thursday, I will live stream. If I am there, I probably won't live stream. I'm just going to enjoy the game. And then Eagles versus Cowboys. We're going to live stream and we're going to shit on every Eagles and Giants fan that jumps in the chat and root for a tie. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining me. Have a great